Legendary. All right, everybody, we're going to start up the really big show right now.
The really big show.
Yeah.
Put the thing on and say, hello, everyone. Welcome to the StreamVoid podcast, episode 77.
Wow.
That was lackluster.
Sorry. Do I have to do it again?
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
I am MikeyT, and of course, across from me is KurbStomped with his lackluster, wow.
Sorry, I was trying to channel like Owen Wilson, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
guess so. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Wow!
Yeah, that's way better.
Thank you.
We are currently live over on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube.
Everywhere.
And if you want to watch us live, you can go ahead and do that. We record every Saturday at 11 a.m. PST.
Yes.
And you can get in on all of the pre-show amble.
Yes.
You can.
I agree with everything you've said so
Excellent. How was your week then?
It was fine. It was a short week because it's like holiday week, so no work on Friday, yesterday. And then I was supposed to work at the warehouse on Thursday, and that fell through. The boss phoned me on Tuesday at work and was like, hey, do you want to work on Thursday at the warehouse? And I was like, okay, what's happening at the warehouse? And he's like, oh, we have a shipment coming in. And I was like, what shipment is coming in? And he kind of laughed, and he's like, the tarps are coming in. So we ordered
classic.
We ordered a container load of tarps from China, so they came in. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's, I'm not working Friday, so I'm not at the office, so it's like instantly already better, even though I'll be lifting like 1 million tarps or whatever.
Yep.
Because they don't come in on skids or anything. They're just stacked in the container. So we have to put them on skids, drive them around, take them off the skids into our container. So anyways, it's a lot of work, but... So I was like, yeah, okay. I'm like, what time? 8 a.m.? And he's like, I'll call you. I think 9, but I'll call you. I'm like, okay, fine. So I wake up on Thursday, get ready. It's 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, no phone call. And I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, he just has forgotten that said he would call me and tell me a time. So 9:15, he texts me. He's like, hey, when you come into the warehouse? It's like, you told me you'd call me. And he's like, okay, 10 o'clock. So I was like, okay. So I go at 10. And I go to the warehouse, empty. Nobody there. No, nothing. There's no truck, nothing. I can't find anybody. I walk all around. So finally I track the guy down. I'm like, hey, where are the tarps at? And the guy's like, oh, they're not here yet. They're supposed to be here at 9, and they're not here yet. So I was like, okay, sweet. So I'm like, all right, let me go out to where we're putting them in, and I'll make sure everything's lined up so we can easily do it. So I straighten out the remaining like 10 tarps that we have left over, and... I'm like, okay, I'll sweep the container out. So I get a broom and I sweep it all out. And it's like 10:30 or whatever. The boss shows up and I'm like, where are the tarps? Like, what's going on? He's like, oh, well, they're coming. They're delayed a bit. So I was like, oh, okay. So then finally another guy shows up and he's talking to the delivery company. And he gets on the phone. I'm like, well, what's the deal? He's like, oh, apparently they had a flat and they had to get their tire fixed. And I'm just thinking, like, unless the flat was like on their front tire, like, don't they just drive through? Because they all have like quad tires on every axle, basically. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going home. I'm like, I live literally like 10 minutes away from here. You can call me when it shows up. I'll be here in 10 minutes. He's like, okay, whatever. So I go home. It's like 12:30 and I'm like, haven't heard anything. So I text like, what's going on? It's like, oh, they haven't arrived yet. It's like, oh, for fuck's sakes. So it's like 2:30 that I get a message like, oh, they just arrived, but we're going to do it on Monday instead. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So I guess I'm going there on Monday instead of the office, which is great. But it was just like, what was I going to I guess I could have stood around in the warehouse for 5 hours and got paid or whatever. But yeah. I just was like, no, fuck this. I'm going home.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than going to work and not having anything to do and just picking your butt.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure there could have been some crap I could have done in the warehouse, but I'm like, I'm not going to sweep or something like that. Like, no. So it was a waste of the morning, basically. Yeah. So
that's the worst.
Yeah. I mean,
at least you got paid for some of it.
Yeah. And I mean, would have been better if I did it on Thursday rather than Monday, because Monday it's just going to be like, well, I mean, I'll get paid for it, but on Thursday he was just going to give me cash, like the equivalent of what I would normally make in a day.
Nice.
So, but whatever, it's no big deal. So, but other than that, work was just the same as usual. Didn't learn anything and did the same thing, and was annoyed the whole time. And I was really hoping that, you know, with the working the tarps in between, he would have probably been like, so how's it going in the office? And I could have been like, yeah, not good. Because I'm not going to go up to him and be like, you know, I'm not learning anything. I'll let that come out naturally when it's time.
Yeah.
So whatever. Anyways, what about your work week?
No, nothing really happened.
No.
It's just the same old now. Nothing too exciting. Learning new systems, trying to implement new systems.
Were you far behind from last week?
No.
Oh, no.
Not even. We have one guy doing CAD design for us, down from 7, which we had before.
That's all you need, really.
And so he is completely overloaded with prints. Like, I'm like, hey, you need to make this print, this print, this print.
And
this
is
print,
he
this
like,
print,
you
this
need to
print.
hire somebody else?
He hasn't yet, because he likes to work.
Oh,
He will work all the overtime. So I've heard. I don't know.
Okay.
We still need somebody else because it's still slow, right?
Overtime, boy. Yep.
Yeah. We still need to get somebody else. So we've been looking for somebody for the accountant's office to come in and do CAD design. But
right.
it's just like no one's out there looking for work. Everyone is looking.
Oh, yeah.
Every company's looking for workers, but nobody's looking for work.
I know how to use CAD. I don't have a degree, but I know how to use it.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, sure. Shit, yeah.
You going to swap over?
Absolutely.
Be my office lackey?
If only there was not a degree needed, I guess.
I could give you the idea listing. See if you fit the bill.
The idea listing?
Yeah.
Oh, is that like a website?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we usually farm it out to idea.
I
It's
see.
like, hey, here's the thing. This
I
is
did
what
a
we're
lot of
looking
CAD work, dude.
for. Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Starting in grade 10 or something like that. And then that was what I took in college.
Oh, interesting.
But then I couldn't get my my student loan for some reason. I couldn't get it. So I was like, well, I guess I'm done in here. So
I did CAD for a year in high school.
Yeah.
And now when I open the program, I'm like, I have no idea.
I mean, I haven't used it in a long time. It's probably changed a lot since then. But I remember like first year CAD in university, like it was like do this, whatever, design or whatever. And I was done in like 5 minutes. And everyone, I'm like looking around and like everyone is still working on this like simple ass thing. I'm like, did I fuck this up? So I like double check. I'm like, no, it's done. So I like printed it off and handed it in. And the guy's like, how did you do that so fast? I'm like, I already took CAD for 2 years. Like, this is simple. This is nothing.
This is child's play.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it stays like you're not too overwhelmed anyways.
I'm still pretty overwhelmed.
Not more overwhelmed.
I'm not more overwhelmed.
Okay.
It's just kind of like a steady overwhelmedness sense
Okay.
of overwhelmed.
I hate that feeling.
Actually, it's kind of quite. It's I'm sliding in the position a little bit more better now, easier.
Okay.
Everything's getting.
I mean, once you sort of get the like, you know, confidence that hey, I know what I'm doing here, and like, I
for sure
sort of see what's the way it works and everything. But your first week or two, it's like holy fuck, holy shit,
What am I supposed to do? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So I'm still learning that. Oh, I need to be doing this. I need to be doing that. And there's still a whole ton of tasks where I'm like, okay, I should be doing this. I should be doing that. And
it's always great. I don't know if it's like this way for you, but like when it's like, why didn't you do this? Oh, well, no one told me. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like
Pretty much.
I didn't know that I had to do that. So
yeah, that's essentially what it's been like. And it's like, oh, you need to do this as well. Okay.
Yeah, now I know that.
I'll type that up right now.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah. We are using a management software called Jira. I'm sure I've talked about it before.
Yeah.
But now I've got every job is on there, and then every micromanaged thing that I need to do is also listed in there, so I can just be like, tick it off, done.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it's working out. But now I have an office lackey.
Oh, wow.
As well.
A secretary?
Not
assistant.
Kind of assistant, more of an assistant.
Wow.
He should be full time in the office come this Tuesday.
Oh, crazy.
Because we have Monday off.
Nice.
And hopefully it works out. He's yeah, I just hope it works out.
Yeah.
I don't know if he listens to the podcast, so
If he listens to the podcast, he's doing great. If he doesn't listen to the podcast, it's time for him to ship up or shape out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
That's
Hopefully it's going to work out. Hopefully my management of him and my management style is going to work out to his favor and our favor.
Oh, yeah.
Because it could get frustrating very quickly.
Do you wield the cudgel?
The cudgel of
Do you beat them into
supervision?
submission, or are you more of a gentle touch?
I'm more of a gentle touch. Work with the person to their strengths.
What if they have zero strengths?
Well, he's got strengths.
But let's say he had zero strengths.
Well, then I wouldn't have suggested him for the position.
Okay, but let's say you didn't know that he had zero strengths. Would it be just like, I got to fire this clown, or what?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I've known him for 6 years, so I know what he's like.
Okay, all right.
I'm
not
well-versed.
speaking to this guy particularly.
No, I know.
I'm just.
But if somebody
It's all
came in,
theoretical.
if somebody came in, if we
Yeah.
hired somebody and they weren't working out, I'd be like, you got to go.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that's the way I am too. But like, that's not the way they were at my workplace before. It was always like, oh, give them a chance. Give them a chance. They've only been here a month. Give them a chance. It's like, it's the simplest fucking job in the world. If they can't do it in a month, they're not going to get it in 6 months. So just get rid of them. But it'd always be like,
grasping the concept here.
it'd be like, give them a chance, and it'd be like, okay, they've been here like 2 months, 29 days. 3 months is the end of their like probation.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of them now.
Get rid of them now.
Oh, but I think they're improving. It's like, oh my fucking
They're not.
god. And then it's like, okay, a year later, okay, we have to get rid of them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, for fuck's sakes. But it's not really like that now. It's kind of just like, after the first day, like, oh no, it's not working out. You got to go. So thankfully, because we kept a lot of fucking weirdos around when they should have been fired like right away. So
I'm
anyways.
usually a fairly good judge of that.
Well, that's the thing, is I've been doing that all now. Like before, it was like other people would choose.
Yeah.
Now they're just letting me do the initial. Like I weed out the weirdos, and then I'll be like, okay, you can choose from these guys. They might be okay.
Yeah.
So I've only had one where it was like, I hired a weird woman and she was just like crazy, but she just hit it really well in the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, oh, anyways, crazy.
She taking her meds that day.
She basically assaulted the manager one time. And after he fired her, she punched him in the arm at her new job, like really hard.
Wow.
And he just was like, what the fuck? And just like left. And I would have been like, I was just like, why didn't you ask for the manager or call the police or something?
No
like,
kidding.
what the fuck? So whatever.
Yeah. And then it was Thursday was one of the main crew leaders' last days. He's going to Australia
Good day, mate.
for the year.
Oh,
so
very
we went
good.
to Frickin' Frack to do his little going away party.
Oh.
We had like alumni show up as well.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
I think there were 3 people that had showed up that were no longer working there.
Oh, crazy.
And then one guy from Kelowna showed up too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bringing them all in from all
Yeah.
across the land.
I had wings. They were awful.
Frickin' Frack wings.
Frickin'
Every
Frack
time I
wings.
go to Frickin' Frack, I have the pork schnitzel.
Ah.
It's always been pretty good.
I had sweet chili wings that were deep fried and were just the tiniest little wings.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, these are disappointing. Very disappointing. And I had the Hawaiian flatbread, which had subpar pineapple on it. It was just like pineapple that tasted like slightly tangy water.
Gross.
It wasn't very good.
Disgusting.
I ate it all because I was hungry.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
send
I
it back and be like, no, this is not palatable. This isn't
No.
for human consumption.
No, I would have taken forever.
No,
to
you're
get any more
Canadian. You
food.
just grin and bear it.
Yeah, just grin and bear it for sure.
Oh, well.
But they have at Frickin' Frack, you can get the 88-ounce Towers of Power beer, and 2 of those were ordered. Tons of shots.
Oh, yeah.
It got pretty crazy.
Yeah, the last time I was at Frickin' Frack was like for my last staff party. Like,
Yeah.
whenever we had that in 2018, I guess, was the last staff party for Christmas. Yeah, we got a little
bit silly.
Well, and it kind of works out well because, like, you know, we like the owner will like deal with the owner of this business, and they'll do a trade. Like, hey, if I give you like all the gift certificates for the store, like we'll get a deal and everything like that. So, and it's always just like open bar, basically, like just it's basically a disgrace.
Yeah,
It's basically a disgrace. Yeah, so it's always a good time. But again, I was like wasted when I ate my schnitzel, so it was incredible. So who knows how it actually was?
Yeah. I changed my Facebook profile picture to the one outside.
I saw that.
Williams Lake store.
I saw that. I was going to post to it like something saying like, fuck that store, but I decided I didn't want to put that on your Facebook wall.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know. Like maybe your aunt looks at it or something.
Oh, she does.
Yeah. I don't want to. Your aunt will be like, "Who's that? Who's that? Your nasty friend."
He's nasty with his nasty words.
Exactly.
It's Facebook.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
Facebook sucks.
Yeah. Other than that,
Cool.
my work week was uneventful.
That's okay.
Except for just a couple of things.
Just
I guess
usual.
we had. I guess the only eventful thing was that I had ordered flagging for Thursday.
Yeah.
We had to get this job done Thursday. Had to be done Thursday. And flagging just never showed up.
Perfect. You don't need flagging.
Yeah.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Just let the cars drive by at regular speed. No big deal.
On Barron Street in Kelowna. Yeah. One of the
Exactly.
busiest streets in Kelowna.
So what happened? You just couldn't work?
They couldn't work.
Nice.
They were like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's our Friday, so you might as well just come home then.
Yeah, I
they
guess
waited
so.
around for an hour. No flagging showed up. I couldn't get a hold of the flagging company.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Should just called like labor ready.
Hey, you guys want to hold some signs?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
gotta set up a traffic control zone out here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's only a 50 zone, so there's no permits needed. But
Yeah.
go ahead, get
Crazy.
out there. We've had some people from flaggers show up just drunk.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Just drunk. They
sure.
just sit in the truck all day. They set up the cones and the things. and just sit
They
in
don't
the
have to
truck.
stand outside?
They don't have to stand outside.
Wow.
Well, that's their prerogative, really. I mean, we're no flagging experts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've
Crazy.
had some people do that. Just like,
Do you
wow,
report
you're
them
drunk.
after that or what? Do you report them? Or say like go to the like company and be like, don't ever send that guy again? Because I remember we would do that like for when
we definitely should.
You should totally. We did that totally for companies when we would have like laborers for whatever X, Y, or Z reason, and it would be just like, it'd be we'd have them to be unloading a truck, and it'd be like, okay, well the truck's late, so like we'll get you to move these other boxes, and they'd be like, no, I'm here to unload a truck. It's like, okay.
Pretty sure you're here to do what we asked
And then
you
it
to
would be
do.
like, call labor ready or afterwards and be like, yeah, never send that guy again. We don't want that guy ever again. So, yeah. Especially if it's a guy shows up drunk. He's supposed to be the safety guy. I would have been like on the phone that morning. Not like, oh yeah, no problem. Sit in the trunk there, drunky.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
Yeah, I guess
Like, 'cause I'm not on site
it's
anymore.
different. I mean, like, I guess if I don't know, maybe your guys were hungover too. It was like, I can't call in on this guy. He's the same as me.
Could be. I don't know. I don't think anyone's been way too hungover to work.
No. Well, it's a difference between hungover at work or drunk at work.
Yes.
They're two different things.
Oh, totally different things.
Yeah. So, whatever.
For some reason, in one of the crews, they like to party on Monday.
Well, that
They
seems
party.
reasonable.
They go out of town. They party on the Monday, and then they sit down and do the rest of the work the rest of the week.
Why Monday?
I don't know why Monday.
Okay, well, whatever.
Because the rest of the crews, they do it on Thursday because you go home on Friday.
I guess traveling when you're hungover probably sucks, but I would think working hungover would be even worse.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever.
Yep. I don't know.
I did kick out 2 crackies shoplifters on the week too.
Ooh.
I could do a quick. I don't think you've heard this.
Yeah, probably not.
So there was 2. So the first one was we get the call of the security. We go out and a guy taking a backpack out of the store, and he was down the road across the way. So I was like, well, let's go get him. So there's 3 of us, and we go down there, and we're sort of like jogging up behind him, like quietly, like not, he doesn't know we're coming up, right? So the one idiot with me, we're like half a block away, decides this is the time I'm going to yell at the guy. So he's like, hey, give us back our backpack. And the guy looks back and he starts to run. So I'm just like, oh my God. Like if you would have shut up, we could have literally jogged up to him and just grabbed it. So he starts running away and we start chasing. Thankfully, he only ran like half a block and then he just dropped everything he was carrying. So we got it back. But I just was like, don't yell at him, like, and give him a warning. Like, what is wrong with you?
I heard that story already. But
Okay.
Was that last week? That must have been last week. You must have told it on the podcast.
I did tell it on stream.
Oh, maybe it was on stream.
I don't think it was last week.
Maybe it
But
was on
maybe it
stream.
was last week. Did I
I
already
don't
tell
know.
it?
I remember hearing it.
I can't remember if I told it.
Huh.
Maybe it was last week. All the weeks get mixed up. The other one was about a guy who said he was from outer space or from the future.
Oh.
He was just a cracky. Maybe I did talk about it. I don't even know. Anyways, now that I'm on it, I'll just say it again. Anyways, he had his backpack, our backpack. He put his stuff in it, and he was trying to wear it out of the store. And there's like all these people surrounding him, and I just was like, just give me the bag. Like they were all like, he's saying like, I'm from the future, and they're just like, okay, sir, like, and I'm just like, give me this bag. And then he had a bag of candy that was ours, and they're like, the candy too. He's like, no, that's mine, and they're like, that's what? No, that's from us. He's like, I found it on the ground. It's like, that's not how it works anyways.
On the ground, like
in the store,
on this peg next on the shelf. Right
who
here?
knows? It might have been on the ground. Who knows?
Yeah.
But anyways, I was gonna dump his stuff out on the street, but I decided not to. But they were all like trying to, I don't know, they weren't negotiating with him, but they were like telling him, just hand us the bag, sir, and you can go, and blah blah blah. And I just was like, give me this bag, and I just took it from him. So I'm in the office, so I never have to deal with these customers, but I still come out anyways when they do the call.
Yeah.
Just because whatever. But I mean, I don't know. It's like, I could hear him when I was coming up, and he's telling like the one other guy that was there, like, you get one chance at this, buddy. You better make it count. I was like, oh, is he threatening him right now? And I don't know if it's just because I have a beard or whatever, but as soon as I show up, they just like are like, yes, sir.
The beard of,
I guess so. I don't know,
authority
man.
beard.
I get the authority beard. It's basically what it seems to be.
Yeah,
so.
that's funny.
Yeah, it's stupid. But we have the little security word that they say, like we page for it says like,
Code banana.
Well, it's like Brian to the front till. It's not Brian, but it's like Brian to the front till.
Yeah.
And when you hear Brian, it's like something's wrong. So everybody come running. So the other day, the woman at the till was telling me like, oh, she's like, this guy had tried to leave with a backpack, and he gave me the backpack, but I could see his pants were all full with everything, and he stole all the stuff. And I was like, well, did you call for Brian? That's what you say. You say like, call for Brian. She's like, no, I'm scared. And I was like, but like, no one knows what that means. Like, if you say Brian to the front till, it's not like he's like, oh, they called security on me. It's just like, you've called Brian to the front till. Like, that's the whole point of it. So I was just like, just call for Brian. Like,
just do it. Call for Brian.
Oh my God. But I was like, that's the whole point. Like, no one knows what that means.
Yep. Except
Anyways.
everyone does now.
Well,
But
it's not Brian, though.
It's not Brian. Although if I hear a random name when I'm in there now,
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
you won't know the random name. Like, you wouldn't know that there's someone working there named Hugh.
I might.
You don't, though.
I've been there
But you don't
several
know.
times.
You don't know.
At least once a week.
Can you name one other employee there? See, exactly. You can't name anybody.
No, not even the manager that helps me all the time, and she knows who I am.
It's probably, I don't want to say her name.
Yeah.
Starts with an L.
It's definitely, that's it.
Yeah.
I know the name now.
Yeah.
Now that you say L.
Yeah.
Now that you say Al, I know who it is.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, she wasn't there when I was there last time.
She's the one that she was friends with our mutual friends, JB from BC's sister.
Oh, JB from BC.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Exactly. Anyways, that's the shoplifters.
Yep. Other than that, I went hiking on Friday. It was just like an impromptu hike. We're like, hey, you want to go hiking tomorrow? I was like, okay.
Did you catch any geocaches?
Yes, 17.
Wow. You're like a peak bagger. Do you know what a peak bagger is?
No.
That's like a mountain climber that all they do is they just climb to the top of the mountain as fast as you can, just so you can check it off the list.
Well, we went up to Isabel Lake, and all these geocaches are new up there. So they were placed in 21.
Yeah.
And you just walk around the loop, and it's just like geocache.
Yeah.
Every 100 meters, there's like a geocache.
Yeah.
So we went up there. We went all the way around. We went up to the summit. There's actually a little hut, like a fiberglass.
Like a Firewatch hut?
Fiberglass hut.
Like a Firewatch hut?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. It's like pinned down with. It's got all these like aircraft cable like holding it down so it doesn't fly off this like little wooden hut base.
Interesting.
It could be a Firewatch tower. I don't know, but there's nothing up there. It's just like old and decrepit, and
if it's on the top of a mountain and you can see like a long way, it's probably a Firewatch hut.
Yeah. I took some drone footage up there because it was out of the park. It's not really a park up there. The park's on the other side of the lake for some reason. But yeah, the lake was completely frozen over. It started dumping snow on us while we were up there, but it was still like 5 degrees.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
The only ever time I've gone for like finding a geocache was like I would like get the information directions like online, and then when it's time, it's like, that's it. I got a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Just like finding it on your phone. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something I want to do, really. Like using the app or whatever, you know?
The app definitely makes it easier. When I first started geocaching, we'd have to like program a GPS, an actual GPS, because your phone wasn't good enough or had, GPS in it. And we would program it in and just be like a little line with like on the LCD screen, like, okay, yeah, we're going here.
We're in the right area.
Yeah, we got to go to 39 north and 25 east and whatever.
Yeah.
And we could program like a route to do it. And we did that up at kind of Cartwright a couple times. Down in the Prince Charles Park.
Usually when I'm actually getting a geocache, it's like on a place where you can't really have a cell phone connection. Like if I'm on like a hike, overnight hike, that's when I'm usually like, okay, I'll find this geocache that's out here, and it's, I don't know, just finding a geocache at like MacArthur Island doesn't really do anything for me.
If we're out on a leisure walk, then we'll do that. Like if one of us is injured or something like that, we'll go to like MacArthur Park, get some geocaches there. But yeah, we prefer to go way up, do the like 4.5 terrain difficulty geocaches and stuff like that. But yeah, the geocaching app, you definitely need a internet connection to use it. There are other geocaching apps, like I'm using C::Geo right now.
Yeah, I tried that one before too, and I hated it.
And you can save all of the geocaches in there and then
I think
upload everything.
Maybe they've changed it, but when I tried to use that, you had to like subscribe to see most of the geocaches and shit. And I was like,
oh yeah, you still do.
Oh yeah, I was like, no, thank you.
The geocaching app, the geocaching website, you need to subscribe to see a lot of the premium apps or the premium caches.
Yeah, premium caches.
Premium cache. I mean, it's only $12 a year.
Still, like premium geocache. I don't know, dude.
They're trying to make some money off of it at least.
Yeah, but they're trying to make it off of your work as a geocacher.
Yeah, but they need it to keep
Do you get a cut if it's a premium geocache? Like if you made a premium geocache, do you get money? I don't know.
You got to pay for hosting.
I understand it, but that's what advertising's for. Like, I don't know.
Ad free. Just pay for the app. It's good.
Yeah, but what if I don't want to pay for the app?
Well, then you're not going to get them premium geocaches.
Premium geocache? It's not like the app company is setting out to make these geocaches.
No.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, you can still see them on the map.
Yeah.
Like, you can see them on the map. You just can't click it and then go navigate to this geocache.
I don't know.
Or get the coordinates. But you can still see it on the map. You can still go there and try and find it. But you don't get any of the descriptions or hints or anything like that.
Yeah.
So you don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, this is you're like expecting a regular sized geocache and it's actually a micro. You're like looking for a big ammo can.
Oh, yeah,
it's just like a tiny little silver tube on a tree.
Yep.
Those are the worst.
Yep. Anyways.
Yep. What'd you play this week?
I played Satisfactory.
Oh, me too.
I was doing that Satisfactory while I edit videos. That's a great one for me to play while I'm editing video because if I'm just listening to it to parts I need to like change or remove or whatever, I can just listen to it while I'm playing Satisfactory, and then I can just leave Satisfactory running and go edit the video and then come back. So it works great that way. And I've been just like, usually when I played Satisfactory before, it was like a race to do every tier. Like, okay, I got to get this one now. Like the next goal, like just go. And this time it's just like, okay, I'll make this factory now. And I still don't have enough going on to make like whatever the heavy modular frames. So rather than make heavy modular frames, I'll just go and, revamp this or do this or whatever. So my factory's still like, I don't have any automation of like, even what do you use a motor to make? Motor and stator makes you use a rotor and a stator to make a motor.
Yeah.
I have just started automatically making motors.
Motors make a lot of different things.
Yeah. But it's like my conveyor belts don't move fast enough to do a bunch of stuff. Like right now I'm automatically making the heavy modular frames, which require like they require to make one, it takes over 300 screws a minute, I think.
Yep.
But my conveyor belts only move 270 screws a minute. So I had to like throttle down my production to like 70%. So it just makes one per minute. So that's what I'm on right now. And, you know, I've got a few truck routes going and I'm just doing it a lot different than I usually would.
Yeah.
Like I got my plastics and my rubber going way over there and they're getting trucked over, but it's making petroleum coke. So I'm like, well, I'll send that over to this area where I can use it to make power and, you know, a lot different. It's all spread out more. I usually would always be just like, well, let's bring this back to the base. Long conveyor belt.
Yeah.
It's all brought back and now it's kind of like, oh, well, you know, I'll bring it over by truck if I need it. And it's working away as it is now. And if all the containers get filled up, oh, well, that's okay. So different style for me anyways.
Yeah. The area of the map I'm in, like my home base, is not conducive to doing truck routes at all.
I'm in the desert.
Ah, yes.
So that one's just like open spaces for days.
For sure.
And it's really great for just like, especially when you like walk back to my area, it's just like, I just see 7 buildings that are like 12 stories tall and, you know, it just looks cool as hell, except they're all orange, like concrete or whatever right now. So that kind of sucks, but
yeah, I think I'm going to change the default wall texture color to something darker.
Yeah.
So I changed the floors to red and I'm like, ooh, I like this. This looks good.
I've been just using a lot of like, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like shiny concrete floors. It's like the one that uses plastic or whatever.
Ooh.
They look really nice. So I've been using that a lot and, you know, just, I've never made a truck route before. So I made, you know, the first truck route you make, it's like all fucky because I don't know how it works. Like, do I have to stop at the little, do I just drive past the like truck station or do I have to stop? And it's like, oh, I do have to stop. I have to choose unload at this one and then go. It doesn't automatically know what you want it to do. So
yeah, you got to record the entire trip.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, where did my truck go? Oh, it ran out of fuel halfway through. I need to set it up so it loads up fuel over here. Okay, what am I going to do about this? So it's fun. I like that game.
Yeah, my factory is definitely close to the desert. I actually hopped in I went hard drive searching, so I hopped in the old vehicle, the old exploration buggy, and went over to the desert.
I just unlocked that. Yeah.
Oh, I've been here before. This is where another one of my factories was in another playthrough.
Yeah. I've unlocked probably like 6 alternate recipes, but they've all been just terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, steamed copper sheets. Like, okay, I save on copper, but I need to add water to the mix. Like, no, thank you. So they've all been pretty terrible so far. The best one was the option I got for the heavy modular frame that let me use, instead of using pipes and heavy steel frame, or I can't even remember what they are, but the 2 ones that are made from the ingot they use coal to make. I can't even remember what the name is.
Yeah, it's steel.
Yeah, so
heavy
it's
steel
the
plate.
steel pipe and the steel beam or whatever.
Yeah, steel beam, that's it.
So I have it so it uses, instead of both of those, it uses just the steel. It uses the encased steel beam with screws and plastic, and I can't even remember the other one. Heavy modular frame, I guess. So it's a little cheaper that way and a little easier. So
I'm really trying to get the jet fuel recipe.
Oh yeah,
I really want the jet fuel recipe.
Yeah,
I've seen that. I've seen a lot of other like streamers and YouTubers using the jet fuel recipe. I'm like, yeah. When am I gonna get this thing?
The next thing I'm gonna unlock is I think it's the jetpack. I think
the hover pack.
The hover pack, yeah, that might be the next one.
Yeah, I just unlocked the hover pack as well. It's slow as balls, but man, is it so much easier to build high and far. I build high, but I just use a ladder usually to climb up to the top. And you put a watchtower in.
I don't ever build watchtowers ever. I'll just climb up and work from the top floor. But the zip line thing, that's a lot better than I thought it was.
Oh,
I'm just zipping everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like I always thought it was like in a regular zipline game where it's like they can go down.
Yeah.
So I never tried it because I'm like, whatever. But then it's like, oh, it's like you can like shoot up a line like all the way up to the top of a building. And I was like, okay, this is pretty good.
Yeah, I think that needs to be lower tier.
It's pretty low as it is. Like when I got it this time, I was like, let me try it out. it's not as bad as I thought it was. I thought it was way too high, but now I think it comes about the right
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
But I think
I never tried it before because I just was like, well, I can get down, but then I can't get up. Like, what's the point? Like, why even have it in my inventory?
It because I'm using an older save that I played during update 3, it wasn't in there.
Yeah.
And then now it's in there, but I'm like so high up. So I unlocked it. I'm like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah, it was not too bad when I got it this time. It was about right at the right time. So
yeah,
I'm
the hover pack definitely makes it obsolete.
Because it moves so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hover pack moves very slow.
Yeah. So. Oh, no, sorry. What I'm unlocking next is fluid packaging.
Ah.
Yes. So that's the next.
Oh, so you need fluid packaging to get your jetpack.
But it's going to be good for like water and stuff, so I can like send the water to more easily on a car to like where I've got all like the petroleum coke, like so much petroleum coke, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start doing that tonight when I edit this up after the podcast. I'll be playing some Sass Factory at the same time.
Yeah, I finally got my aluminium production going.
What are you, British or something? Why do you say it aluminium?
Yes, aluminium. That's how you say it.
I thought it was aluminum.
Aluminium?
Actually, both names are correct, apparently.
Yes.
I looked this up one time. The creator of aluminum went back and forth. He like renamed it. So it was originally aluminum, and then he changed it to aluminium or something like that. I can't remember.
It was like, it's a process, because there's something, I don't know how it works in a regular game, because I have an alternate recipe for it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I've been using that, because the main recipe is you need this
bauxite and water.
Bauxite and or you need...
Oh, yeah.
It
makes
there's
a
no
solution
recipe for
or
like
something?
the aluminum solution, the aluminum sulfide solution.
I can't remember how it goes. I've made aluminum once, but they've changed the total order of everything too.
Yeah.
Because they added in all this other stuff, so aluminum used to be a lot easier to do.
So I take the bauxite, bring it up, mix it with water, and turn it into an aluminum sulfide solution, and then send that out, extract the aluminum chunks from it.
Yeah.
And then and then it sends out aluminum
and
scrap
water,
and water, and then I recircle the water back around, and then have the aluminum scrap come up and then get forged into aluminum bar.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when update 5 came out. My factory stopped working because of that.
But I've been mostly spending my time beautifying, running, getting everything on everything on breaker switches, so every room has its own breaker switch. And man, the power lines look so good. Oh my god,
I'm generating so much power I don't need to shut anything off. It's just running.
Oh, I am
always.
too. I am too now.
Yeah.
I've got everything fixed, but I still want to run power for each individual room for whatever reason.
I don't have rooms.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't have rooms though. So.
No, you've got
separate
towers,
buildings. I want to get an area. I just haven't decided how I want to what I want is I want to send items to the base, like a big area where I'll have when I'm assembling stuff, but I have all my individual, like where I make my bolted plates or whatever. I want somehow to transfer over till my inventory's full, but then not anymore. But I don't want to use it with a conveyor belt. I want to use it with a truck, but I don't want the truck to pick up more if it's full over here, which I don't think is possible.
There's probably not enough logic.
So I don't know what I'm going to do, because I don't want it to just empty out over here and keep bringing it when there's nowhere to empty it to.
Yeah, it would probably just go.
So I might have to just use a sink or awesome sink or something like that, and it'll just continually be running over here, filling up over here. But then I also want to figure out what sort of layout I want, so I can easily send stuff off of if I need these frames, how can I get them to where they want to go without only having those having the one output. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if you can when you unlock drones. I've unlocked the drones. I wonder if they have enough logic within them so that you can have them programmed to be okay, well this station is calling for this particular item, and then the drone will
maybe
take it
I don't know. That'd be good, but whatever.
The drone launch pads are huge.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I was gonna put a small one down. I'm like, oh okay, nope. These are giant.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
These are at least 8, maybe 16 meters by 16 meters.
Holy, small.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's a lot of fun. Yep. I would recommend it. Even if you think it's boring, you probably would like it. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not if you think it's boring.
Yeah, you have to like doing work in video games. If you're the kind of person who likes,
I don't know if work is the word I call it.
It's definitely work.
Organization.
No, it's definitely organization as well. I've been spending the majority of my time there beautifying the base, like I said, and putting up signs.
Yeah, I haven't unlocked the signs.
This is where this is going. This is where this is going.
It's more about like iteration. I think it's an iteration game. When you first start, it's like, okay, here's my smelter, and I've got the spaghetti going everywhere, and then it's like, oh, I can like put a splitter down, and if I like put the conveyor belt in this specific way, it looks like nice and neat. Okay, let me do that. And then it's like, oh, if I put in this other miner, I can get more ore. And it's like, well, I could put a splitter in this way, and it'll fill up all like evenly everywhere. If I do it in this sort of way, it'll fill up the first one mostly, and then when it's full, the second one will fill up, and it's just changing different ways basically.
Yeah,
so
making things better, more efficient, or less efficient, and more bigger.
It depends on how you play, I guess. If it's efficiency is a big thing.
Yeah,
right now, mine's very efficient.
Mine is
not efficient, but I guess it is efficient. Like it's the energy level consumption is basically a straight line because it's like everything is like it produces 120 ore and it uses all 120 ore and it uses every part that comes out. So
yeah, mine's more big rather than efficient. So my energy use is just kind of going all over the place. But I'm not entirely sure if I want to like go back into the old rooms and revamp them.
No,
or
just make new ones.
Just make new ones.
Just make new ones.
Just cut those rooms off.
No, let them go.
Let them go.
Just keep them going. At worst, you just sink the crap.
Yeah.
But I would say just start new. There's so many nodes, like even it's just like, okay, just make it 500 meters away.
Yeah.
Like just find another node and make another one. So
yeah, I could totally do that and then bring it in.
Yeah, that's mine. That's what I'm doing.
Trains.
Everything is like, oh, I'm not making enough screws in this factory. Oh, it only has a Mark 1 miner. Oh, well, I'll find another node and make more screws somewhere else. So
my miners are all topped up, full on.
I try not to use a lot of energy boost. What are they called? Overclockers? Yeah. I try not to use those.
My copper belts weren't full enough, so I have 4 smelters just full on.
The only time I use them is if I somehow accidentally set it up where it was not like storing stuff properly or something, and there's like a backup of stuff, and then I'll just fucking slap in overclock them to the max just to clear out the backlog, and then I'll take the overclockers back. So
it's the smelters. I think they're 4 megawatts at 100%, but at 250%, I think they're like 47.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
Yeah, which is why I need more power.
Yes,
I need that jet fuel. Give it to me.
Exactly. And so satisfactory. Anyways, the only other thing I played besides Guardians of the Galaxy was I played The Forest last night on stream.
I saw that,
and it was mostly setting up stuff.
Yeah,
a little bit of fighting.
Running away from blue men.
Yeah, those guys were crazy. Those guys were crazy. But we found the first cave we're going to go to next time, so
nice.
We'll do that. But it was a lot of log maneuvering. Love maneuvering logs.
Maneuvering logs, yes. 1 log at a time.
Exactly. No, 2 logs at a time. You can carry 2 at a time.
You got to get that skid steer.
We did that too, but
sledge.
Sending them down the zip line, you can only carry 2 at a time. What did you play besides Satisfactory? Nothing.
I played some Apex last night while you guys were streaming. I wanted to try out the... I find that this Razer mouse is a little bit too light, and I have a little like tick where I like twitch up with the mouse, and so I've been using a ThermalTake. Tried out the ThermalTake level 10 that I had bought a while ago that I didn't really like because it's heavy. It's like 3-4 times the weight of this Razer mouse.
You can't just whip it around the table.
You can't just whip it around. And it's got a couple more buttons on it, so I'm trying it out. It worked fairly well last night. I mean, I was just playing pubs. Low level pubs, I guess. Low level.
You're shitting on kids?
No, shitting on kids for sure. I'm
nice.
like, oh yeah, kill leader. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, kill leader again. Okay. I think it's working. I think it's working. It's a little bit hard to get used to. It's a little bit longer as well, so my palm doesn't drag on the mouse mat.
Oh yeah.
Because with this Razer one, my palm just like my hand encompasses the entire thing, and then my palm drags on the back. But with this one, it's longer, and I can actually set the height of the back of the mouse.
Oh, weird.
So I have it set
high heel mouse.
Yeah, I have it set high heels so my palm doesn't drag.
Crazy.
Because that's one of the main complaints is that about FPS games that my palm always drags with this mouse, and then it just leaves a layer of schmoo and grease, palm grease on my mouse mat, which my mouse gets stuck in and slows it down.
If you're considered washing your hands.
Well, you're sitting there gaming, and your hands are getting sweaty. It gets in there.
All right.
And then I have to, like, take my mouse pads up and
hose them off.
I've been
Fair
using,
enough.
like, a carpet roller and just, like, squeezing all the water in there. And
Really?
Yeah. Just trying to get everything out. So I do these at least once every couple months.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yep. And then that's pretty much all we played. All I
Cool.
played, except for Game Club.
Oh, yeah, Game Club.
Each week we play a chapter or a section of a game, and then we talk about it on stream.
Yep.
It's going to be extremely spoilerific.
Yes.
So make sure you skip to the next time code, because all of these are time coded now.
Are they now?
They are. I've been going through time coding the entire thing.
Nice.
So you can skip Game Club. If you want to skip Game Club, just click on the next link down below in your podcatcher of choice.
Yes.
And if you're listening to this live, better plug your ear holes.
Yes.
So we've been playing Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
And I think we're going to talk about 3 chapters this
I
time.
think we should just wrap her up.
We're just going to wrap it. We both finished the game last night. Well, I finished it last night. You finished it the night before.
Yes.
And you sent me the Snapchat. It's like, wrapped it. I'm
well,
like, oh,
I got to the end of the chapter, and I was like, man, it feels like there's not that much left.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, let me keep going. And then it was just like, I don't know, maybe another hour, and it was all done. So I was like, okay, I probably made the right choice here. But yeah, I did wrap it up.
Yeah.
So this would be chapter 14, 15, and 16.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good time for sure. I enjoyed it. Chapter 14 is the assault on. I don't even know. Is this in the Nova Corps headquarters? I guess is that where we're at?
14
or is it just in the large?
It's just in the large.
What's it called?
Cult ship.
Yeah.
What the hell's it called?
I can't even remember.
Neither can
The
I.
flagship, the Sacrosanct.
Sacrosanct.
Yeah.
So we just got off the planet after fighting Fin Fang Foom and getting Lady Hellbender on our side.
Yep.
And now we're on the Milano, talking to the crew.
Yes. And what was God? What's her name? I keep forgetting her name.
Mantis.
Mantis. Yeah. She was talking about various futures as she does. And what she was saying, was talking about one of them was going to pee or something like that. I was like, what is even happening? Like, someone would say something and then there would be some pee.
Yeah.
And I think she was implying Gamora peed herself or something like that. It was very weird.
In this time, Rocket's like, hey, Quill, let me borrow your tunes. I need to concentrate.
Yeah.
No, I need to concentrate. No, just let me borrow your tunes. I just need to concentrate. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, so he borrows his tape
Walkman
deck, his walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Which was an interesting choice leading further in the chapter when it's like all of a sudden it has a movie score to it. Like when you're fighting, it's not...
The 80s music, the rock music has stopped.
And it's just like an actual orchestrated like movie now.
Yeah.
Which was interesting to hear, but...
So the plan is someone's going to cause a distraction. We're just going to turn the engines off and just coast into the ship.
Yes.
Because there's a huge armada outside the front.
Yeah.
And so we start, everyone's in the cockpit, suddenly Rocket's outside.
Yeah, he I don't understand how he didn't die.
No, he's genetically modified.
I guess so, but he wasn't like wearing a helmet or anything, and we could still hear him talking. So I mean, I guess he has a head like a communicator or whatever, but it didn't look like he was wearing anything to protect himself.
No.
I guess, like, whatever, it's a science fiction show, so, you know.
He's resistant to, resistant to outer
or we
space.
just couldn't see his little force field or whatever. But he's outside like, hey, I'm going to distract him. I rigged up your cassette tape to, like, broadcast on all frequencies, and I'm going to let it loose, and they're going to get all upset by it. And I was like, okay, that's an interesting idea, I guess. Will it work? I don't know.
So it's got these 2 little antenna and 2 little rockets on it.
Yeah.
He just sets it and
he just lets it go and it's flying away.
Blasting rock music.
So there's some of the choices they do in this are so weird. Like, so now the ship's engines are cut. Somehow we can still sort of control the ship, even though the engines aren't working. It's not like the spaceship has a rudder or something like that.
Yeah.
But we can still move it a bit. But then the other thing, too, is like, okay, we're in the emptiness of space, and they're whispering like, okay, we got to sneak through. And it's like, well, first of all, they can't hear nothing. There's no air in space for the sound waves to go through. So they wouldn't hear you, first of all. They do say something about that.
Yeah, the rocket's like, look, that's not how it works, but I'm still going to whisper. Yes. I don't want to be the guy to F this up.
Exactly. But then the other thing is, like, all the ships and stuff are flying by, and you can hear all, like, the spaceship ships going about. And I get why, like, it would be weird.
Yeah.
You're used to, like, you see something fly by, you hear the sound. Yeah. But, like, it was just, like, as soon as that happened, I was like...
My suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, this is not the way this would go. But, and the other thing, too, is in this whole scene is, like, you see the spaceship, you're flying it. In the bottom left, there's a small... overlay of the little rocket flying away of the, like, little cassette. It's like, why is it showing me the little camera view of this rocket?
Oh yeah, that was funny. It's just, I think it's meant to be like, well, there goes the tic tac. See ya.
So we're trying to sneak our way in, and then all of a sudden, Fing Fang Foom flies in and eats it. And at first I was like, oh god, what is attacking us now? And then it's like, oh, it's Lady Hellbender with her army of space monsters.
Yeah, Lady Hellbender comes in, and all of a sudden, engines on, let's go.
Coming to distract everybody. So I'm wondering, like, what changes if we hadn't recruited Lady Hellbender here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because obviously it would make a difference.
I think because... Yeah, right.
So the one thing...
you just coast in, easy peasy.
It might be different. Like, Lady Hellbender might be someone that no matter what happens, you recruit.
Yeah, it could be.
Because later in the chapter, when something happened, I'm not going to say what it was, there was a pop-up that said, like, this happened because you did this earlier.
Yeah. I mean, I did it as well.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. So now that the tunes are gone, everyone's attacking, we can fire up the engines and go in balls to the wall.
Yeah.
So we're flying in and shooting, and we're doing like a space battle scene, which again was just like terrible controls of flying through space.
It was just an on rails fly through space. Sometimes a square will pop up.
It was just like shooting spaceships and like you could dodge, but like what was the point?
No point.
It made no sense. But eventually we fly inside the ship and we land.
Yep, and Mantis takes off with the ship.
Yes,
we all jump out and Mantis
is like, I got this. I wonder if she's like, I wonder if this is one where I don't crash or something like that. It's always like, I wonder if this is the one. Oh, and that's the other thing on the ship. When you can talk to Mantis about, you know, what's happening, and you can ask her like what happened on the planet and whatever. And one of the lines was like, you know, they say like Peter's okay with it or whatever, and he's like, well, when am I not happy with it? And she says like, oh, the one time that I'm your ex-wife or something like that. Yeah. And he's like, what? And then Rocket's like, I think she's screwing with you, Peter. But yeah, so we land on the ship, and it's like basically just fighting our way through to get to Raker.
Adam Warlock.
Well, I guess we're trying to find Warlock.
Yeah, the whole thing, because we can't defeat Raker without Warlock.
Yeah.
So we're basically, because Rocket tagged him in the butt with the scanner, we know where he is on the ship. So we are going through and going to try and find him. Yeah,
so as soon as you land on the ship, too, all of a sudden Groot's like, here's my final ability. You're welcome. Like, there was no sort of like, everyone else had a story beat. Like, Rocket overcame his sort of self-centeredness. Drax was like freed from his wife and like gave up the promise and everything. I can't remember what Gamora was, but I think it was because she was so pissed off about
she went berserk from
killing her sister and everything like that.
The kid getting taken by the promise.
And Groot's like, I am Groot.
Well, his story beat was he healed Fin Fang Foom, which I
guess
gave him the ability. He learned that ability.
But like, shouldn't we have learned it at the end of that battle then? Right. So anyways.
I mean, in any case, this is the next battle after.
Yeah, I guess so. But it was just like very weird that like you land and you get control and instantly it's like, here you go, you've got his last ability, enjoy.
So you do a lot of fighting on the ship trying to get down to Adam Warlock, and before you get down to Adam Warlock, all of the fights I found, the voice lines were just coming hot and heavy, and they were all the same.
Yeah, it's they
didn't record enough voice lines up
or
there.
Just like we'll have them say it once a battle.
Yeah,
like when I'm fighting those robots, you'd be like, I feel like I've been shooting this guy for minutes now. It's like, well, you have been.
Yeah.
But
you don't have to say it every time. Every robot, at least twice per robot.
So during these fights, you're switching your, like there's a guy in the distance. Okay, I'll bring him to me because he's sniping me. I'll kill him. But it was during this final segment of the game, I was like, oh, it tells you how to kill every enemy. Like above every enemy's energy, or next to every enemy's energy bar has a little symbol. And it's like, oh, that's a lightning bolt. I should be using lightning on this guy. Yeah, I just noticed that in this battle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit. This would have changed things a lot. So the last battles went a lot faster than maybe the other ones I did.
Yes.
But I did get knocked out twice, but both times Groot was like, I am Groot. And he just brought me back to life. So
nice.
It's just a lot of miscellaneous battling through here.
Oh, yeah.
There was not really any story beats or anything like that. It was just like, we got to rescue Nikki. Let's go. We can make it happen. And you could tell that they were trying to play it up like they were a team now, because you didn't have to ever tell Gamora to cut down cables. She just was like, I got this.
Groot
she cut down the cables. Groot would make the bridge. There was nothing for Drax to do, but no. And then Rocket would be like, I'll crawl through here and open up the door or whatever. Whereas before you had to manually tell him like, hey, Rocket, do you think you can crawl through there?
Yeah. And we get to a part after we've been like walking outside in space and like walking through the base and outside and inside and all over.
And again,
the place.
all the graphics and everything, they look incredible. Like the game's look is great.
Oh yeah, and you get everyone actually gets put into a new suit when you land. A new gold and white suit.
Yeah, it was like the Guardians team costumes, I guess, for this game.
Because you're unified now.
Yes. They just sort of came out of nowhere. Though I did find suits in this ship too.
Yeah, me too. Speaking of nowhere, there's this part where...
So it's basically a gauntlet of enemies come out.
Yeah, like so many that you're like, okay, we're not going to
drops
be able to fight
like
these guys. What the hell?
3 groups of 9, and then there's 4 of the magic guys come out, and I'm just like, holy shit, this battle's going to suck.
Yeah. And then suddenly you hear Cosmo. You're like, oh my god, Cosmo's coming. And he shows up
flying
nowhere.
Yeah, the head of nowhere.
Nowhere's head. Like the whole space base.
Yeah, he's flying it, and apparently it can shoot a death laser out.
Yeah, he just blasts the entire armada down.
So he destroys them all. We don't have to do this fight, and at this point, in the top right of the screen, it pops up, Cosmo came to your rescue, basically, because you freed him when we were helping him escape from the promise earlier. So, like, what happens if you don't rescue Cosmo there?
Yeah, do you have to fight that entire thing?
Do you have to fight all those guys? Or is there just, like, a random ship crashes and it's just Cosmo's not part of the game anymore, you know? So, it was very interesting that was the only time I seen that in the whole game. Like, I saw lots of times where it said, like, Raccoon will remember this or whatever. But that was the first time where it said, like, this happened because you did this. I don't remember any other time that happening. So it was very interesting.
There's been a couple times for me that's happened.
I must have just missed it when it happened.
It does pop up in the corner, like super small.
Yeah. It was not obvious, maybe.
Yeah, you get through that little area and a bunch more fighting, and then a ship crashes, and you have to fight a couple of the big robots.
Yeah, and again, it's just like, let's extend the game's length like 10 more minutes here.
Yeah.
And then... Yeah, is that eventually when you get to the part where we have to, like, pull the plugs to get through the shield, basically?
That might be after...
I mean, I think once you get to Raker, that's it. You don't do any more adventuring.
No, but there's one part... I can't remember who brings... Lady Hellbender comes. Mm-hmm. She's like...
Oh yeah,
she's got your Walkman.
Here's your tunes.
Yeah, and then she throws it at you, and you have to do this little quick time events.
I guess Fing Fang Foom barfed it up for her or something because he ate it.
And then the most epic shot of the whole game comes in, and I laughed so hard. Crap. It was so cheesy.
Yeah. So
I laughed so hard.
Peter Quill like jumps up to catch his tunes, and he's like catching his tunes, and in the background you can see Fing Fang Foom like shooting out his laser beam, and there's an explosion going on, and the tunes are just like ramping up. Yeah, it was pretty hilarious.
It is the most epic shot of the whole thing, and it's so funny.
It was totally funny.
So cheesy and hilarious.
Exactly.
I loved it.
So I was loving that part for sure.
Yeah. And then we go down into the base.
Yep.
And we find Mr. Warlock getting just pinned up there.
Yeah, he's like powering.
I think he's just imprisoned down in the mine.
Well, I think they must. Well, is he imprisoned or something? I don't know.
Yeah, he's got his arms latched up.
But they weren't slurping power out of him?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So we got to release Adam Warlock from his... Like, oh, actually, we didn't even have to fight. We just flew down on the drones.
Yeah.
And we're like, Raker was talking to him, and Raker's just like, all right, enough of you. I'm out of here. He left, and we just landed, and we're like, beep, boop, boop. Okay, you're free. Let's go. So we take Adam Warlock with us to go down to fight Raker.
Yeah.
And we get down to...
And now it's once we get into... We get to this area... And chapter 15 starts.
Yeah, I was just like, well, this is just the boss battle time. Like, the whole chapter is going to be a boss battle. So I was like, I'll just continue on. It was a little more than just a boss battle, but it was fine anyways.
Yes, we have to... Nikki comes in. She's in the same contraption that she was in before.
Yeah, she's ready to get juiced.
And the...
Raker.
Magus comes out of her.
Yes. But
it starts just enveloping everything. Yeah. Envelops the whole station. Envelops everything outside of the station.
Yeah. It's taken over the galaxy, basically.
Yeah. And then Raker imprisons you guys, the Guardians, in a force field.
Hits us in a force field. Was Warlock in that force field, too? I don't remember.
Yeah, he was in there, too.
Okay, so Raker's, like, juiced to the max right now. If he can lock us all down.
Yeah.
So, we're getting, like, it's physically, like, torturing us in this thing. And... Peter can hear Corell, like, help her, you have to help Nikki. And we get into, like, Nikki's promise, basically.
Yeah,
which we've already been in.
Yeah, we go back to Nikki's promise, and we start doing the same things that we did before, but now we really have to get her out of the promise, make her see that this isn't real.
Yeah, so you first have to set it up again. This is the birthday scene where you're setting up birthday for Corell.
Yeah, get the present, get the candles lit, fix the holo
exactly.
projector.
And then... you set it all up, and Peter's kind of playing along, but he's like, how am I going to, convince her this isn't real?
Yeah.
Corell bangs on the door again, and she goes to answer the door, and they have a heart-to-heart about it, and, like, And
they realize, Peter finally realizes that Corell's not coming back. She's just gone.
Well, that and Nikki's not actually Peter's daughter.
Yeah. that was a huge one. It's like, oh, she's not your daughter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Like, oh.
Yeah, she's like, I just adopted her. I found her on the ship.
Yeah, she was a war
She never said, though. Like, she never, like, Corell never was, like, implied it or anything.
No, not at all.
It was all, like, it wasn't even Peter that said it. It was Drax or whoever was just like,
they were adding 1 + 1 and got 4.
Yeah, exactly. So Peter's, sad about it, whatever. And it was very like emotional scene for sure. So Peter's like, oh, she's not my daughter, whatever. So he's like, how do I get her out of here? So you have options like, and I sort of like was trying to be nice about it and like let her work her way through it. But by the end, it's like, it's not working. What do you have to do to get her out here? So it's like, I'm going to be a total peckerhead and like destroy the party and like smash the gift and smash the cake and destroy everything.
Yeah.
And Nikki finally is like, okay, I agree. It's not real. Well, at first she's like, I would prefer to even have the idea that she comes back is better than the real world. So I'm kind of going to stay here. But she eventually comes around and then breaks out of the promise and she's freed from it. And so what I didn't get is, why did she have flaming hair?
I don't know. Yeah, she breaks out of the promise, but she's still full of the
juice?
Faith energy.
Yeah,
she's still juiced. Energy. Yeah.
She looked like she was like, I don't know. She looked like Starfire from DC Comics.
Yeah, kind of.
So
now the boss fight starts.
Yeah.
We start with a couple of just regular unifiers. There's 4 or 5 of them that we have to fight. Fairly easy.
Yeah, I don't think I really had a problem there. The worst thing that would happen for most of these battles was like, oh, Drax is frozen and I got to go thaw him out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I had so much, like, I would just be like, okay, like his ultimate's ready to go. Time to blast everybody. His ultimate is by far the best of them all. It just will hit and kill somebody and then it'll start shooting at somebody else.
Yeah.
So we would do that. We take out all the guys. Finally, those 4 guys.
Well, I guess this is when Nikki comes out of the contraption.
Oh yeah,
Warlock goes
into
and tries to start absorbing Magus back into him.
So he's doing that, and then we defeat the 4 guys. This whole time, Nikki's like, "Raker, don't do it. You don't have to die. Like, just give up. You know, you know." And we're fighting, and then Raker at the end of the battle is just like, nah, dude, and he goes into like the juice and slurps it up.
Slurps up the juice, and gets all powerful.
Yeah, so he's like all like Rakered up.
Yeah,
and then we have to fight Raker.
Yeah,
this battle was just like, I don't know.
It was he's got 3 health bars and a shield that he pops up.
Yeah, it was just
time. I died once because I got blinded.
Yeah, the blinding sucked.
Yeah, you get blinded. You can't lock in anything. You can't control your team at all.
So I think I got kind of lucky on the first one. Is that right before the blinded started, I had launched Rocket's ability, so he just like was lighting him up in the darkness, right? But like even just trying to dodge his attacks in the darkness was pretty tough.
Yeah, because he one hits you. I got 1 hit. Once.
I don't think I got 1 hit, but there was actually I think maybe in the darkness you could still rally up, maybe, because I think I rallied up because I was very low on health. But you know, the fight was not anything particularly interesting.
No, definitely not. Just super simple.
Yeah, so
you dodge the attacks, lock him down, hit him with everything.
Exactly.
And then repeat.
Yeah, you knock him out, and he's like knocked on the ground, and Nikki's like, "Oh, Raker, you know, just give up on the promise." And he does not give up on the promise till the end.
No.
I think his promise is he wanted to see his brother or something.
His son, I think.
Son brought back to life. So he's like looking up at the Magus that Nikki's like, "Look at it. It's not real. It's fake." And Magus is looking up at it, and he's like, "You did it." And then he dies. Well, I guess he dies. I don't know.
I don't know either. It doesn't really allude to his death.
It's not like they show him throwing his body into space or something like that. So the implication he's dead anyways.
Yeah, and Warlock finally, at the end of that, slurps up the rest of Magus.
Yeah.
And they do the heroic
victory
walk towards the camera.
Yeah, it was very like, okay, I get it, they're celebrating, but just the way they were all animating and they're just doing little fist pumps occasionally.
Oh, yeah,
it was like so
like,
bad.
What are you doing?
But so you're walking down and there's people, like aliens are cheering and dancing, and I guess it was supposed to be like at the end of Star Wars, like whatever. But as you're walking down, you sort of like, oh, there's Cosmo, and Cosmo talks to you, saying like, oh, you know, here are my puppies, and, you know, thank you for helping, and, you know, congratulations. And then you walk further down, and then there's Lady Hellbender, and then who else did you talk to on the...
some of the Nova Corps.
Yeah, the Nova Corps guys are like, aren't you Drax the Destroyer? And he's like, no, it's just Drax now. But it was like, okay, so what happened if we didn't recruit Cosmo?
Yeah.
Like, is just nothing there? You just keep walking, and then... Anyways, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
So they get back. The Milano's there. They're getting on the ship. And Peter, like, pulls out a business card and throws it through the space and throws it like, you know, the Guardians of the Galaxy were here. And then the credits roll. But as the credits are rolling, it's like, oh, wait, something's wrong here. Sometimes the names change on the credits roll to say Magus. It's like, what's going on here? So then once the credits roll a bit, they cut back to the ship, and Adam Warlock's like, ugh. And he's like, I just have a touch of indigestion.
Yeah.
But then it finds out after a while, oh, Magus is taking over Adam Warlock, and now we got to fight Adam Warlock
as Magus
to save the universe. And it's kind of like, well, what do we got to do here as they're fighting, you know? Like they're discussing what do we got to do, and eventually
it's pretty easy fighting. You just send out like little drones.
They're like one-hit drones basically all the enemies from the game, just in like goo form. But eventually it's like, oh, he needs to go like Magus needs to go back in the... Is it the Soul Gem? What?
Yeah, the Soul Stone.
Soul Stone, yeah.
One of the Infinity Stones.
One of the Infinity Stones, because that's what he came out of. And it's like, how do we get him into it? He needs to get closer, so we need to like aggravate him down, so he comes down to fight us. So I tried to do first the slow clap.
Oh yeah, I did the slow clap.
Which didn't do anything, because he's like, thank you for applauding me. And they're like, they don't know they don't know you're clapping ironically, like whatever. So eventually I had to ramp it up and just be totally like, a doucher to him.
Yeah.
And he finally comes down, and it's like, okay, we got to hit him with the soul gem. What do we got to do? So there's another quick time event where, like, Nikki drops it by accident, and then, like, I don't even remember, Rocket grabs it or hits it.
Shoots it.
He shoots it, and it flips in the air, and then Gamora like hits it with her sword, and then you have to jump up and grab it. And again, it's just like not just like, but in the movie where Peter grabbed the Infinity Gem, and
that was all about the Power Stone in that one.
Yeah, in this one he doesn't have to hold hands with everybody to share the burden, but
just the Soul Stone.
Yeah, so he grabs it and he smashes it into Magus,
because Magus is angry and coming down at him.
Yeah, he's attacking him, so he gets slurped into the gem, and then we did it.
Yep.
We've saved the galaxy. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Roll proper Marvel Cinematic Universe credits.
Yes, but there is one scene before that, I think, unless it's after the credits. It is after the credits? Okay. So the credits roll, we do that, and then there's a scene where Peter's talking to himself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Trying to amp himself up like, oh, I got to be a dad now, basically. Oh, crap. Yeah. And so you have options about, you can either be really positive or really negative about it, like, I don't want a kid, I'm not ready to be a dad, or like, yeah, I can be a dad, it's cool, right? So I did all the positive ones because the game is ending on a positive note, and it's like, Gamora, she's an assassin, but she can take care of the girl stuff, like she can relate to him, and you're not alone, you're not a single dad, you got the Guardians of the Galaxy with you.
Yeah.
So that whole thing happens, and then after that, I think they do the Polaroids where it shows like how everybody ended up, and it has a little like, basically at the end of an 80s movie to be like, so and so went to college and they married and blah blah. It's the same thing with this. Like, I don't even remember what they all were. Like, I can't even remember what any of them were really, but they were just like, Rocket continues to work on technology and blah 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 blah. It's that sort of stuff. So. But that was the ending of the game, and it was a nice wrap-up finish to the game. I enjoyed it all. I think all the pacing and everything throughout the game was good, and the main thing was the gameplay. It was like not that good.
Yeah, the worst part about the game was the game.
It was passable.
Yeah,
like there was so I don't know if you found the secret room. There was a secret crack you could go through, and there was just all this materials for building your stuff. There was like 6 piles on the ground.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
I think there was a costume too back there, if I'm not mistaken. But there was this one crack, and I go through it, and Peter's like, I hit the jackpot! And he's picking up all these materials, and he's getting the thing. He's like, oh man, this is great. And then you go out, and there's a workbench there. But it's at this point,
you've already got everything.
You got everything, like... Why even? I guess maybe if you didn't find the stuff, it's a good final fill up.
I wonder if because once we go back to the main menu after the credits, New Game Plus shows up.
Yeah, there is a New Game Plus.
So I wonder if there's more abilities that you can unlock.
No, I don't think so. I started New Game Plus, but I also Googled it just to see.
Yeah,
it's just basically you get to play the game again, but everything you unlocked you already have. So you have all the abilities, you have all the weapons, you have all the costumes, you have everything like that.
You can
anything
go
you
through
missed.
Find you didn't.
But even still, you can just do chapter select to find stuff you missed.
Yeah,
so.
And then you can do the whole story over again and make different choices.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was just really. I mean, it's not like you have to do that much searching around to find that materials.
No.
So it was very kind of pointless at that point. But I guess maybe. We did more exploring than the game expected, and we had everything unlocked already, but whatever. I just was like, well, what's the point in all this?
Yeah.
Oh, the one thing, too. Oh, I forgot. How did it end? The very end. I'm cruising through space, and the ship died.
It died?
Yeah, it stopped moving forward, and it starts tumbling through space. It's like, oh, God, the engines were cut. And it's like... I can't remember who, Rocket or whatever, is like... No, I think it was Mantis. Was Mantis still on the ship? I don't even remember. But anyone's like, did you not pay your Nova Corps fine?
Did you not pay your Nova
No,
Corps fine?
I didn't.
I paid my Nova Corps fine.
I was like, I'm not paying those guys.
That didn't happen to me at all.
So what, did you just keep flying away?
I just kept flying into space.
Yeah, I got disabled and I didn't... because they were like, that sounded like a Nova Corps disabler. And then someone was like, did you not pay your Nova Corps fine? And that's how it ended. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I totally paid my Nova Corps fine.
Yeah,
so
no, I totally
did
didn't. I was like, no, forget these
Oh,
guys.
you didn't have enough money at the end.
No,
though.
I did have enough
Did
money
you?
to pay the fine, but I just was like, no, I'm not paying these guys. F those guys. Because that was
That's
right
funny.
after they were like, we can't help you. Bye. So, I started up New Game Plus just to look around at it. So the one other thing that happens is right at the end, when you start, I don't know if it's right at the end or right at the start of New Game Plus, it brings up the little recap book.
Oh yeah, your
which
logbook.
I never looked at ever.
No, me neither.
And it was like, so they did a lot of effort to make it look cool, right? Because it has like write-ups of everything that's happened and then like cool drawings and everything. It was a lot of work for a thing that I never once looked at.
Yeah.
But then I was like, there's a whole bestiary and there's like a cast of characters. So I was like, oh, let me look at this. So apparently I missed a character.
Yeah.
Because I have one that's a question mark. And I missed an enemy.
Oh.
Yeah, there's two things I somehow missed in there.
You know who you missed?
No.
Lipless.
Lipless?
Yes.
Who's Lipless?
Remember we go to Nowhere for the first time.
Yeah.
I told you that when Rocket's in the bar, I went into
the
the bar
guy
right
that
away.
sings or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You missed him.
Yes, I did.
I have
Interesting.
to load that up and see if I missed anything now.
Yeah. So the other one was that one woman that has the orb for a head and she has like hands for a face.
Yeah.
Her name was Ruby Thursday.
Ruby Thursday?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Isn't it Ruby Tuesday?
That's the song, yes.
Yeah.
But the character's named Ruby Thursday.
That's funny.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a cool game. I might play it again just to do all the doucher maneuvers and see how it changes. But that's a lot of effort to go through to play through the game again.
Yeah. I don't know if I will play it again just because we're going to be starting up the new game
Yes,
club.
yes.
New Game Club Plus.
What's the new game club game going to
I
be?
thought we were doing
Alan Wake?
Alan Wake.
Yes, let's do it. Alan Wake. Let's do it. Alan Wake is the one we're going to do next for Game Club.
Yep. So next week, make sure it's on Game Pass.
It is not on Game Pass, I don't think, but it is currently on sale on Xbox right now for $10 off, and it is available on the Epic Store for $39.99 Canadian. So it's not outrageously priced.
$39.99 Canadian.
Yes, I believe
can buy
so.
it on Steam for $17.
No, that's not the remaster. That's the original.
Oh.
So you can play the original. It's the same game, just not the 2020 to 21 update.
Well, I want to play the 2021 update.
Yeah, so you got to get it on Epic. So you can play the original Alan Wake, or you can play the remaster. I've already beaten Alan Wake. I'm going to get the remaster. So if you want to play it on the cheaper version, that's fine. It's the same game, just it won't have the updated graphics.
No, give me 4K 60.
I mean, it's going to be 4K 60, but like a not that good of a looking game because it's not a remake, it's a remaster. But it's available. The remaster's on Epic right now. It's for sale on Xbox right now, and you can also play it on PS5. The remake is available on there for the regular price. So the game is broken up into episodes, I think. So I think we're going to do one episode, but we'll have to double check and see. There might be chapters in the episode, so it might not be the full episode. I can't remember how long they last, so keep an eye on the Discords. We'll let you know what we're going to do for exactly how much we're going to play anyways. But I'm ready for Alan Wake because I want to get prepared for Alan Wake 2. And be careful, don't accidentally download Alan Wake's American Nightmare because there's virtually no story in that.
Okay.
It's not the one you want to play.
Yep.
But I'm excited. It's been a long time, and I think I would like to play it just so I can be ready for Alan Wake 2, as well as I want to play Quantum Break and Control because they're all in the same universe.
Oh, yes. And we already all own Control.
Yeah, I think so. And Quantum Break, I believe, is on Game Pass. Or it was anyways. So Quantum Break is the one where they had like TV episodes in between the gameplay parts that had like real actors, like what's his name from Game of Thrones, like Littlefinger and stuff like that.
Nice.
So yeah, Alan Wake.
Very good.
Be
That's
ready
what we're going to play next week.
I'm excited.
Woo!
But yes, what do you like? Let's say we're reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy, like on a 10-point scale. What would you give it? Or would you just say like recommended, not recommended? What would you say?
Probably give it a 6.
A 6? Wow, that low, eh?
The gameplay, the gameplay really holds it up.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just not good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's okay.
The gameplay is
passable.
fine.
It's passable, which is why it gets a 6. But
Yeah.
I don't. If it's just you play it for the story.
Yeah,
you
so
play it
it's
for the story and looking around, and because you're a Marvel fan.
Yeah, so you'd say like 6, but recommended.
Yeah, 6 but recommended.
Yeah. The gameplay is like definitely the low point. I don't know if I'd go that low for the gameplay, but yeah, I would recommend it, even as a guy who doesn't really like Marvel too much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some Marvel things I enjoy. Moon Knight.
I love all things Marvel.
Yeah. I liked it. I also like that it wasn't like. I think the main thing I don't like about Marvel now, especially the movies, is just like you got to watch every fucking movie.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it was just like, okay, there's a reference to like other things, but it's just like you don't need to have watched any of it. Well, that's not true. There was some things where I was like, oh, I didn't know, Gamora killed Nebula.
Yeah, the whole game is not based in the MCU.
Mm-mm.
It's a whole different universe. So
I don't even know if it's part of the Marvel
canon,
comic universe, basically. I think it's just its own thing. I don't know. It's different than Star Wars, where all the Star Wars stuff is canon now. So yeah. I guess maybe one day they'll do that for Marvel, but not yet.
Not yet. Nope.
So
make sure
recommended.
You start playing Alan Wake. And
we'll
see how far we actually get. See how long the chapters are, or
I'm excited.
The episodes, and we'll see what
happens.
happens.
Been a long time since I played Alan Wake. Very good.
Very good. Okay. Patreon.com/StreamVoid pod.
Yep.
Get in there, support the podcast, and get access to all of the everything.
Exactly.
What am I saying?
I don't know.
We got the post show, we got the pre-show on there. You get to listen to it all. You also get to listen to this on Sunday when I edit it instead of being on Wednesday.
Imagine if all your coworkers were like, I could listen to it Monday at work. If only I sign up for the Patreon.
Just have to sign up for the Patreon. You listen to it Monday
for $1. It only costs $1.
For $1.
That's crazy.
$1, and you get access to all of the content early, even.
Very good.
Instead of listening to an hour and a half of podcast, you could listen to 3 hours of content.
Oh my God. Imagine having to listen to us for 3 hours.
Right?
Oh my God.
Barely
What
get
a
through
nightmare.
myself.
What a nightmare.
Yep, any amount of money you can throw to the screen, you can help support the podcast and get us into other people's ear holes as well.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's talk about some news then.
Yeah, there's a little bit of news.
There's a little bit of news. Best Buy selling their Xbox Series X consoles now for TotalTech subscribers.
Yes.
So if you're a TotalTech subscriber, which I don't think is available in Canada.
No, it's not, but it's
not
also
available in Canada.
It's just a weird and wild system they got going there.
So it's $200 a year, and it gives you access to all kinds of Geek Squad stuff, and support like that, and access to deals. But now that's the only way you can get your Xbox Series X.
Well, not the only way, but they have a bunch that are available. If you're TotalTech guys, you can get them now. The TotalTech, I was like, it's $200. Like, how much does a Costco membership cost? And it's $120 for the gold membership.
Yeah,
$60 for the pleb membership, right? That's $200 a year. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, how much tech support do you need from Best Buy?
Yeah.
Geek Squad.
Yeah, and what is Geek Squad doing? You're going oh, I'm having this error on my computer, and they go open Google and they type it into Google for you? So what is going on with this?
I brought it up before, but Geek Squad actually is super busy with seniors and people who aren't tech savvy.
Yeah.
When I was down in Kelowna, just trying to go and talk to Geek Squad to see if they had any video cards. It's just a lineup of people with tech support issues that they need done. Oh, my laptop's not working, or this and that. And they're super busy.
I know, but a subscription to get a Geek Squad access, and I'm sure it's not oh, I can take my laptop in and they fix it or whatever. I'm sure it's still you have to pay for that. It's not like you're getting a new hard drive.
Yeah.
So maybe they waive the fees for that, but you still pay for the hardware or something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I know everything's supposed to be let's get as much subscriptions as we can. Like, that's the way to do it now.
Yeah.
But
you get 24/7 Geek Squad support, up to 24 months of product protection with active membership, free delivery and standard installation for Best Buy stuff, VIP access to dedicated phone and chat teams.
oh wow,
Access to exclusive TotalTech member prices.
okay,
Free 2-day shipping.
Wow.
Extended 60-day return and exchange window. And everyday savings on repairs and advanced services.
This program seems like it's about 2 to 3 times too much money, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. How much is... Yeah, it's even more expensive than Prime.
Yeah, it just seems like ridiculous. But I guess, yeah, maybe they're just trying to get old people like, oh yeah, you know, any problem, you can call us anytime, day or night. You can get our call center across the ocean. You can talk to somebody over there. We'll Google the problem for you.
You get 20% off labor repairs and advanced services. And
Oh, it's not
10%
even
off
the
custom
labor.
installs.
It's not even zero. It's just 20% off.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
mean,
dumb.
I don't know, dude. But anyways, yeah. If you want to get the Series X, just sign up for the TotalTech. So you get a $700 Xbox. I guess
This is not a good deal. If you can't get your labor repairs for free, paying $200 a year for your TotalTech, that's dumb. Like paying for parts, fine, that's fine. But only 20% off labor? No,
Yeah. Exactly. Definitely not.
no.
Yeah. But yeah, locking. I mean, I guess locking them behind the TotalTech subscriber just seems dirty.
If it actually is completely locked, then yeah, that's fully dirty. But if it's
Well,
just
I'm sure it's just a portion of them are TotalTech ones too.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe it is all of them. I don't know.
maybe it's just they get blasted. Like you get blasted with an email that says, "Hey, we got Xboxes coming right now."
They're specifically apparently you get online and it'll bring up a list of stores near you that have them, and you can go and reserve one and pick it up. It's like a TotalTech thing. So, I mean, I would never ever do this. Like
No.
that would just, I mean, I guess they're trying to make you go shop on Amazon. I don't know, dude. I don't understand.
It's not worth it for us because we do all our own tech support. I could see it being worth it for somebody.
$200 worth of tech support in a year?
Well, and it's not just $200 in tech support.
Yeah.
It's 20% off
Well,
$200 in tech support.
It is. I mean, that's for the labor.
for the labor.
But if it's just like dealing with their little, chat or whatever
Yeah.
and typing in what your problem is,
It's just what Google's for.
yeah, I guess so.
I think, I think if you went in there often to get your stuff tech supported and
Yeah.
labor and stuff,
I guess
even
think
then
of-
it's only 20% off. Like,
Think about when you would do like tech support for like family members or whatever, and they just think you're a wizard, but
Yeah.
you just like Google it, and it's like, oh, this is the problem.
yeah,
That's basically what people using TotalTech would be. You would, your grandma, if you went and she'd be like, oh, I got this TotalTech and they fix my computer. Oh, they're just really great and they get the job done and there's no messing around. And it's just like, okay, well, I could have done that free for you, grandma. But then it's also like, oh, I don't have to do it for you now.
yeah.
Because it's like, it's super easy and it's always just like, oh my God, couldn't you figure this out on your own? Like, oh, I can't get on the internet anymore. And all that's is like the icon on the desktop got deleted.
yeah.
It's like, oh my God. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense to have it, but I don't think
I guess it's not for us, so
No,
we
it's
can't really
definitely
see a
not for us.
value in it, but maybe there is value to be had in it, but not that much value.
No. And anyone who's going to be
And seriously, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
anyone who's going to be getting an Xbox,
Yeah, they don't need
no,
TotalTech.
they don't need TotalTech.
Yeah, like unless you're buying it as a gift for
Yeah.
your grandkid or something like that. Like, I don't know, man. It's exactly right.
Yeah,
So
100%.
whatever.
100%.
Very weird.
Yeah. Next up, crypto
Yep.
gaming landlords, quote unquote, upset they can't keep exploiting all the players quitting.
Yes. Thank you to Kotaku for these stories here, or this story here, anyways.
Yeah, this is about
So-
Axie Infinity,
so-
which is a crypto-backed
Yes.
Pokemon clone.
Which, when I read this, I was like, oh, we were just talking about this the other day, where you're talking about what if you had an NFT Pokemon?
Yeah, here they are.
So that is kind of what this is. I mean, I don't know. I think you can battle them and stuff
Yes,
like that.
you can.
But
You can battle them for fun and profit.
yeah.
All the Pokemon are NFTs.
And I think
so.
if you like hatch a new one, that's how you burn the crypto. Like that's sort of the sink to get crypto out of the market is when you hatch a new one. But apparently, like, to get in the game, you have to have these Pokemon. We'll just call them Pokemon because that's easier.
Yeah.
But they're so expensive that you have to either buy a Pokemon, but you can't buy a Pokemon because you don't have the money. You can borrow a Pokemon and pay them when you earn in-game stuff.
Yeah.
As a rental fee. And the way they were talking, like there was tweets these guys were talking about how like, oh, my players are not doing their jobs and turning in their money to me that they're supposed to, and the value's going down, and I'm losing money now because my people that borrowed my Pokemon aren't like working for me and turning in their money. And it's like, holy shit, they've recreated serfdom over here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So players can own land.
The land doesn't do anything yet.
No, it's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah,
that land will do stuff for you.
Yeah.
I don't know what. The article didn't really go over what it is.
Well, they haven't even really said.
No. So people are buying this land, but it's not available for use yet.
Yeah,
and nobody knows what it's for yet.
Yeah,
either.
So you can do like jobs or something in the game, and the jobs generate like the crypto that's in this game, which can be used to buy the Pokemon or do other things. And part of the borrowing the Pokemon is you're supposed to generate this money to send to the owner and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of like people in like first world countries own the Pokemon, and then the people in the second and third world can't afford them, so they're borrowing them. So it's like people in the Philippines are like trying to play the game and earn the money and then sending it back to America and stuff like that. It's just crazy. And this game also lost like $600 million from a crypto theft, basically.
They got hacked and lost
like to North Korea or something like that. It's so stupid. But like this is the kind of like NFT sort of I can get a little bit. But again, it could have been just saved on their server.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be calculated on the blockchain or whatever.
No. Everyone's trying to make money off NFTs though.
Yeah.
So
it's whatever. But it just sounded like not a fun time.
No.
Really. Like it sounded like work.
Yeah.
And the way they're talking about it is in the article, like these tweets from these, they don't call them landlords in the game. They're called like managers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the people that do the work for you are scholars, instead of saying like slave owner and slave. But like, it's crazy. Here's one of the tweets someone said. I invest in Axie way back July of 2021. It was all hype. The compensation while playing that time was good, but right now it wasn't. My scholars are quitting, and some are not playing constantly and having a lot of absences. Like you're missing work. Hoping in June I can get my full investment and quit Axie. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I'm a scholar in the Philippines. I've been waiting for a pump since December because I need money to repair our house. I'm always hope up every update you make. It's been 4 months and the value is still the same. Losing hope in Axie, not scholar friendly anymore. Holy shit. Could you imagine you got to log in to go play this fucking... Oh, I got to punch in. It's Axie time. I got to log in to work now.
Yeah, I wonder how you even play this game.
I think you battle and stuff like that, and there's definitely battling, but I didn't look too far into it. I don't know. It's who knows? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
I didn't want to get too looking into it. Just
create a Ronin wallet, get Axies, create your account, download and play.
Yeah, no, you should download and play it. Just kidding. It's just crazy. Crazy. So, again, NFTs.
Oh, yeah, land coming soon. Learn about land here. Grab a freight on the marketplace. Let's check the marketplace, see what land's at.
Yeah, the land has been added in, but they have no use for it yet. I just feel this is going to shut down and all the money is going to be lost, basically.
Oh, yeah, this land, these plots are $3,000, $4,000, $5,000.
Well, there you go. Should get in on it while it's cheap, Mikey T.
Oh my God.
There's only one way to go, and that's up.
1.67 ETH.
The old Ethereum. I thought they had their own little... Oh, I guess you buy their currency with Ethereum.
Yeah, maybe.
No, thank you.
Yeah, SLP or whatever.
Yeah, whatever their little crypto coin is called. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, looks like Axies are selling for $17.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, what
Less
is
than
this?
the
I don't
cost
know
of
what
a
this
full
symbol is.
price game.
You have to buy Axies to play or borrow Axies. So, recent listing what the hell is this? $67, $18.
Oh my God.
$69, $115. Breed count 0. What?
Yeah, there you can make new ones. That's how you burn the currency in the game is you hatch new ones. And burning the currency decreases the amount available. So it in theory increases the value of the remaining stuff.
Yeah.
That's the idea, but
looks pretty complicated.
Does it work in theory? I don't know.
Yeah.
Does anyone know? No.
Somebody knows.
No one knows anything about crypto. They can't predict it. No one knows.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get off the NFT talk.
Yes.
Let's talk about Super Mario Bros.
Yes.
The iconic 10 coin block.
Yeah.
Holds more coins than you actually think. More coins than 10.
See, I was just I thought it was common knowledge it wasn't a coin limit. It was a time limit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've known that since day one. If you didn't hit it fast enough,
you wouldn't get your 10 coins.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's definitely true. They're called 10 coin blocks in the manual.
Yeah, but they're not. It's time based. Because I remember
time-based.
when I was a kid, I'd see someone playing and be like, "You got to hit it faster. You're only going to get certain a few coins out of it."
Yeah.
So,
with the frame rules and everything how Super Mario's works, you can get up to 16 coins.
Yes, if you're perfect
boys.
timing, you're tool assisted, you can get 16 coins basically. And you have to do it at you can't just start it at any time. You have to start it at the start of
a frame rule.
A frame whatever. So you can't just go up to it and start jumping perfectly. You have to start it at the perfect time to start it too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just the way. Well, how big of a game is Super Mario Brothers? It's 64 kilobytes or something like that.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's small. So there's a lot of interesting things they had to do to fit the stuff in there. Yeah. I'm sure the intention was probably to have a 10 coin limit on it. But they couldn't do it as a 10 coin limit in the memory. It was easier to, it saved more memory to have it as a time thing.
Yeah.
So that's probably how it came about. But
could be.
Yeah, there's lots of weird things that have come out over Super Mario Brothers over the years, hidden, not mysteries, but secrets that you never knew. Like how the clouds are the same sprite as the bushes. They're just different color.
Yeah. If you want to learn more about what we're talking about here with frame rules and whatnot, there's a great video by Bismuth. Bismuth.
Yep.
He goes over everything on how speedrunning and how frame rules work and explains it very well.
Is there anything about fighting games in there? Because they're always talking about frames in fighting games.
I don't know.
Yeah. I've never been into that much of a fighting game where I needed to know the frames.
Yeah, how many frames it takes to do one action.
Yeah, I'm just I'm going to do an uppercut now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still, I just was really? People didn't know it was a time limit? I've known that since 1990. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, 16 coins if you're a god.
Perfect.
If you're a god at Mario Brothers, you can do it. I wonder if that's going to be a thing now for speedrunners to be it'll be getting 16 coins. Not speedrunners, but can you actually get 16 coins?
Yeah.
I'm sure someone's done it before.
Probably.
You'd have to be crazy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Perfect
timing.
timing.
You had to find the perfect block that's only one above you.
Yeah.
Because if you have to jump 2 squares,
yeah,
you can't get it.
Exactly.
It's too long.
Yeah, I remember. I'm sure I've got more than 10 coins out of them before. Especially ones you could slide under when you're ducked and just hit them like crazy.
Yeah. I've never counted, so I don't know.
I never counted either, but I always knew it was a time limit.
Yeah.
Some back in the day. Did you ever read the manual for that game?
Probably.
I remember reading it, and it's all the blocks that you break are transformed Mushroom Kingdom people. Every block is a transformed Mushroom Kingdom person.
You're smashing people.
So you're just destroying people as you go through and stuff like that. I remember getting my Nintendo. I think I got it in 1991 is when I got mine. Christmas 91.
Yeah.
Man, what a Christmas. What a Christmas.
I remember getting mine.
Probably about the same time.
Nope.
No?
I got my first Nintendo was a GameCube.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. I had the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo, and the GameCube. I had an N64, but I didn't buy it till like way later. Just because the controller, man. Just even looking at it, I was just like, what is this thing here?
Innovative. That's what it was.
Was it?
No.
Yeah, with the C buttons and everything. Oh my god, trying to play a first-person shooter in that game with that controller? Good gravy.
I mean, we all did it. We all loved it.
I didn't love it.
No?
No, it was fine. It was hard to love when everyone was screen peeking.
I guess.
Yeah, it was hard to love.
I was very good at screen peeking.
I'm not a screen peeker, so I remember playing Halo with like JB from BC and stuff, and he was a total screen peeker, big time, from the N64 days, and he got away from screen peeking near the sort of end of the Halo 2 days. But I mean, it didn't matter. I destroyed every time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember destroying. It'd be 3 against 1, and I'd just fucking wreck them. And it would be times it'd be like, oh, JB for BC's almost going to win this match. Well, I better turn it on at the end here. Go 10-0 in the last minute. You'd be like, I almost won. You almost
Not according
won.
to this score.
You almost won, exactly. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not even good at Halo. I go online and I just get decimated.
Yep.
But it was just like a small, big fish in a small pond.
Love it.
So, anyways.
Next up, we got reports that future Xbox games might have ads.
Oh, well.
Might have ads, like non-intrusive ads.
Yeah, non-intrusive.
So, they're going to have, you could probably buy an ad in an Xbox game and it'll be like on a billboard. Yeah.
So I think, there's already Xbox games that had ads. Like I remember playing Burnout. I think it might have been Burnout. What's the one that's you can drive anywhere? Burnout Paradise?
Yeah.
And there was all sorts of billboards in that game, but all the ads were like for Circuit City. And it was like Circuit City went out of business like 6 months after Burnout came out. So it was like, whatever. But I think this is more like they can serve new ads.
Yeah.
Like they're not just on the disc, you know?
Yeah, it'll be online. Everything's online now, so they'll be able to just feed in whatever ads they want.
Yeah, so... I mean, if it makes sense for the game, like if it's a racing game and there's like a Pirelli tire ad when you're driving on a billboard, that's okay. But if it's like you're playing Halo and it's like, do like on the side of a building or something, it's like, I don't know about that.
I think it should be game sensitive. I don't think they should have ads in Halo, but for like...
But what if it's like
Forza Horizons? Like, for sure. Like put an ad up on a billboard.
They do have ads in Forza Horizon, or no, like Forza, because they're all correlated. You drive and there would be Pirelli signs and stuff like that.
Even if they had a Walmart ad up there, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine.
But like, what if it's like at the end of a Halo Infinite match, it's like, this match was brought to you by Doritos, and it shows the Doritos banner or whatever in between matches.
I think if it did not interrupt the flow, like it'd be like, here's your match stats down below, brought to you by Doritos.
Like even, I mean, this was for Xbox. I'm thinking Xbox Game Studios is what they're talking about here, because already like NBA 2K and stuff would have ads at halftime, and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, so. this whole they're talking about free to play games.
Oh well, you know what? They got to pay for the game somehow.
Yeah, serve me an ad of my free-to-play game. I don't care. It was
But
free.
even if it's still unobtrusive.
Yeah, definitely unobtrusive.
I'm trying to think here. Like, I played a bunch of Neverwinter free-to-play. There's nothing in there for ads. It's just monetary transactions.
Yeah.
But, like, if they add ads, it's not like it's going to change the pay-to-win or pay-to-play scheme that they got going on.
No.
So it's like, it's just an additional revenue source that hinders the player, basically.
Hopefully it doesn't hinder the player.
Or there's going to be an in-store purchase for 100 coins to remove ads for a month or something like that.
Yeah, whatever. It's a free-to-play game. If it's going to be a free-to-play game...
if you're playing a free-to-play game, you got to expect that in it.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
You're not allowed to complain. It was free.
Unless you're paying. Like, if you had, like, a monthly subscription,
If you had a monthly subscription, then you would be
still
removing
serving
ads.
ads. It's like when I go to Prime Video and they serve me a fucking ad for a Prime show. It's like, I'm paying for this service, man.
Yeah.
Why are you showing me a commercial? At least it's for something on their platform.
Yeah.
But it's still like, geez, like, get this fucking shit out of here. Especially when it's like, what was I? Sometimes the ads they serve make no sense. I was watching a horror movie, but the name of the horror movie had like, the name was the same as like a kid's show. I don't remember what it was, but imagine it was like Terror Duck, and then there was like the Duck Kids Show. Mm-hmm. It played me the commercial for the Duck Kids Show because I was watching Terror Duck.
Weird.
Yeah. I've noticed that too on Netflix, though, where it'll be like, oh, you liked this movie? Here's some other ones that you'll like. And I'll be like, why did it recommend me this movie? And it'll be like, I watched a movie called like, Horror Rock or whatever, and then this other movie it recommends me has The Rock in it. So it's the algorithms kind of suck.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention to that. In any
I mean, I don't
movies.
I don't look for it, but it's just like when I start up I start up the horror movie and it plays a kids commercial. I'm like, why is it playing me this kids
weird.
Commercial?
That's definitely.
I've
weird.
never watched anything kids on my Prime Video thing. Mm-hmm. In fact, if anything shows up, I'm like, don't show me that. I don't want to see that. And then it plays me a commercial for some kid show. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it's weird.
So, anyways, ads.
Yes. Next up.
Yes.
Overwatch devs explain why first black female character took so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they were waiting for Overwatch 2.
My big thing about this one was like, there's a story in Overwatch?
Yes.
I didn't realize there was a story. They were talking about how it fits into the greater narrative and stuff, and I was like, what? There's a story? So, the new character, what's her name? I don't even remember what her name is now.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, Sojourn. So she's apparently Canadian as well. So it's like, I guess that's two minorities. I don't know.
I mean, I guess a complaint would be the game's been out for 6 years.
Well, the other thing too is they first showed her in a teaser in 2016 in some animated Overwatch story thing, and I was just blown away. Like, there's an Overwatch story. Holy crap! How terrible is the Overwatch story? There's no. I just don't understand how there's a story.
I don't even know what the story is.
Well, like, where would you even learn about the story?
At the start, when you first boot it up.
But like, how do they expand on it?
I don't know. There's no.
Like, when in between seasons, do they do like the shitty Apex story trailers or something? Like, I was just shocked that there's story. Like, I couldn't believe that. Like, does it tell you how the guy became a smart monkey?
Yes.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of backstory for all the characters. It's just you have to find it.
It's not in the game at all.
It's in the game, kind of. I think. Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember now, but yeah, you. Have to
like
go
when
out
I played
of your way to
Overwatch,
find it.
I don't remember seeing anything.
No, you don't. You just get straight into the game.
Yeah,
like there's the when you first boot it up for the very first time, you get the little cinematic showing you Hammond Labs and Winston sitting there being like,
I've
drinking his coffee, talking about the Overwatch team.
I just remember there being trailers, but it was all them like fighting and doing their maneuvers and stuff like that. And I don't remember I guess maybe I never looked or whatever. Maybe that's why. Could be. Maybe if I cared about Overwatch, I would be just, subscribe to their Twitter and I would see like, oh, there's a new story update today. Sweet.
Yeah, I can't remember. Even when I was playing heavily, I really can't remember.
Can you remember the Apex story? Yeah, I'm sure they're about the same level of greatness.
Yeah, the Apex story is. I don't even pay attention to it anymore.
Yeah, well, it's so terrible. So who knows, right?
Yeah, I mean, I pay attention when it's the start of the season and new things are happening. They're introducing new characters, so I know a little bit of the backstory. But any of the in between stuff, like the chest collecting, where you go and you get those little treasure chests, and then it gives you a lot.
Oh, the comic book and stuff.
The comic book stuff. Oh, that was all just terrible.
I skip all that shit. They are just the worst.
Yes,
just the worst. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, she's supposed to be a scan type. I don't even know. She's a scan type.
Hit scan.
Hit scan? I don't know what that means.
That's where you shoot a bullet and it instantly hits.
Oh, I like that kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like Soldier 76 and a couple and Tracer. And
You
stuff.
could just make up the name of a character, and I'd be like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, and,
that sounds real.
Yeah, Bastion and
Oh yeah,
no, Bastion's not his skin, is he?
I don't know. Is that a real character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the turret.
Name 3 characters, but do 5 characters, but make sure one's a fake name.
Make sure one's a fake
Yeah,
name?
tell me 5, and I'll tell you the fake one. If you can figure out a fake name that sounds realistic enough, right on the spot like this.
Sinatraa.
Okay.
Mercy.
I know Mercy's real.
Uh,
Okay. You gotta think of think of the real names. Yeah.
The cowboy.
No, that's McCree. No, it's not McCree. What's his name
McCree.
now?
I don't know what they changed it
Maverick.
to. Genji.
And
Charlie.
Oh well, Charlie's fake.
It's actually not.
What? Who was it then?
I'm pretty sure Charlie is the actual name of the hamster.
Oh my god. So I was okay.
Yeah,
so what was the fake one?
There wasn't one.
No, they were all real? Oh, that's dirty. You played me dirty.
I could be wrong.
You did me dirty there. Oh wow, okay.
I could be wrong. I could be lying.
Charlie bit my finger.
Yes. Let's
crazy.
talk about The Witcher 3.
Okay.
The next-gen upgrade has been pulled from Russian studios and delayed indefinitely.
Yes. So I saw that it was delayed indefinitely, and I was like, oh, that sucks. Like, what's going on? But then it was like, oh, it was being worked on in Russia.
Yeah.
So, okay, that makes sense. So they've pulled it back. They're going to do it in-house, apparently. And it's been delayed indefinitely till they can figure out exactly what they need to do with it. I think this will still come out. I don't think it's going to get canceled.
I imagine it will.
Like, they've already done it so many times. They'll ship it off to some company somewhere else, like in, I don't know, another Eastern European country. But I have no doubt this will eventually come out, just because the game has made so much money.
Yeah.
And they gotta hype up the next Witcher game, which is not going to come out for 10 years. So they got to keep the Witcher interest going. I guess they got the show and everything, but this well, it sucks for the people in Russia that have lost their jobs, not from their own faults. Yeah, like, I mean, they got a tyrant running the country over there, so like, it kind of sucks that way. But that's what the whole point of like embargoes and like trade shutdowns are, is to put pressure via the general populace on the ruling class. So, yeah. Did you? I think I've already asked you this. You never played The Witcher, did you? Man, such a good game.
Playing Cyberpunk.
You would maybe like The Witcher.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not first person.
No.
There's no guns.
That sucks.
Yeah.
No guns, no studded dildos. I'm not into it.
CD Projekt Red has a history of releasing a game that needs a lot of help and then we're fixing it over time.
Yeah.
So, because when Witcher came out, it was in a bad way, and they turned it around. And same thing with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I got to play Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Still haven't played it.
Yeah, you do.
Besides the 2 hours I played.
Yeah. I really enjoy Cyberpunk.
Yeah. I will eventually, but did you make a female or male character?
Male.
Rookie mistake.
I made him look as much like me as I could, but with,
a vagina?
No, some like weird cat-eyed.
You gave yourself cybernetic eyes and stuff?
Crazy fingernails and
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I would like to play it, but
it's good. It's good. I really have been enjoying like the main storyline.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in a while though. I gotta plug back in.
After Alan Wake.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'll play my episode of Alan Wake and then play that.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up after the stream and see exactly how Alan Wake plays and if there's chapters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope it comes out again. I'd like to play The Witcher again. It was fun. I liked it. It's got an interesting story and interesting
world.
And the gameplay's good. I like the fighting and swords and everything. Fighting the monsters is fun. Fighting regular humans is fun.
Fighting cows?
You can fight cows because there was a thing at the start of the game where you could go to the one village, kill their cows, loot them, take their like skin and whatever, and sell them, and then come back and they would respawn.
Yep, keep doing it. But then the devs got hold of it, so they created like the cow god that would attack you if you kept doing it. Yeah,
and destroy you.
Yeah, that thing looks mean.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah.
I played a lot of hours into it. I wish I could finish the DLC, but the NPC I need to talk to will not spawn. So I can't.
Well, maybe they fixed it.
They didn't. I've tried.
Well, jeez.
I have to like start the DLC as a standalone thing if I want to play it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I wanted to use my Geralt.
Yeah, right?
Anyways, whatever.
Well, let's carry on then.
Okay.
Suspended Valorant pro Sinatraa announces his return to competition.
Yes.
Now, we talked about this guy before.
Yeah, he was a bit of a wiener.
Bit of a wiener, bit of a sexual assaulter.
Well, I mean, it was never like he didn't go to jail or anything for it.
No,
It was-
but his girlfriend did press charges.
Yeah, but I don't think they went through.
No.
And I mean, there was like we didn't like not watch, but listen to it or read any of it, but there was like good evidence that it was true. Like she recorded it and stuff like that as an audio file. Just a kind of gross thing anyways.
Yeah.
He kind of just didn't, I don't know. I don't think he admitted fault or something like that. It was probably like one of those, I'm sorry she felt this way apologies, fake apologies. But yeah, he's been away for a year, said like, oh, I want to get back into it. And I guess some of the teams have been talking to him, and there's a few of the Sentinels channel, I think, posted some videos with him playing with them and stuff like that. So he'll probably be back, but
yeah, he's definitely back.
Yeah, I mean,
until somebody boos him out.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, he was suspended for sexual assault allegations and failure to cooperate with an investigation.
Yeah, so
Riot took out an investigation against him as well.
Yeah,
to try and figure out what was going on.
Yeah, and he wouldn't cooperate. That's pretty damning right there.
Yeah, for sure.
If you had nothing to hide, you just cooperate. That's like the easiest thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
So that's always like the way it is in like kidnapping or murder cases. They always want to eliminate the family first. And whenever like a husband is just like, why do you find the real guy? Why are you bothering me? And they're just like, well, we want to get rid of you as a suspect.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we do.
Yeah.
And if they're like putting up big resistance to it, I wonder why.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I hate to be like whatever, but it seems like there's a lot of wieners that play Valorant.
Well, anyone who's in a high level of play, like Valorant is a very competitive game.
Yeah.
And so you're going to hear about it more often.
I know, but like there's also, it's just like, I don't know. I don't hear it about like Apex players or like,
well, Apex isn't as big and competitive as
I guess not, but do I hear it about Overwatch players?
Yes.
I do. I don't remember, but
yeah, there was one.
Okay,
I believe.
But I just like even recently, there's that other guy that would like drop out of Valorant lobbies if there was a girl on the team.
Yeah,
and it's just like, what the fuck is going on in Valorant, man? Why does it attract these wiener boys?
I don't know. Cause it's highly competitive, so there's more people playing it, and
just
more
you
wieners.
Get a dub in Valorant, and the testosterone just starts to flow.
Yeah, I guess
you get a huge rager, and you just want to start to be a misogynist, or what?
It could be. Could be. Who knows?
I guess so.
Just brings out the worst in people, I guess.
Should we play some Valorant?
I have. It's not for me.
No, it definitely didn't look like it was for me.
Yeah.
I think I would die immediately.
I mean, time to kill is one.
Yeah. That
bullet.
doesn't sound like too fun to me, really. You have to start firing each corner before you turn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, the raging I would do playing Valorant.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's very reaction based.
I have bad 40-year-old reactions. Even when I was young, I didn't have good reactions, so I don't think I would ever have been good at Valorant.
It's very similar to Counter-Strike. So if you played Counter-Strike, you would know.
No, I never played Counter-Strike.
Well, there you go.
But even if I did play Counter-Strike, I don't think I would have been good at it.
I wasn't very good at Counter-Strike either.
I'm not good at games, period, really.
I was pretty good at Day of Defeat, but not Counter-Strike.
I'm good at low ability bar games. Like RPGs. Walking simulators.
Beautiful.
As long as they don't have puzzles. I'm too stupid for puzzles. But like a block placing game, as long as you don't have to do any designing, I'm pretty good at it. Yeah. If you have to remember stuff, no, not too good at that either. Yeah, but I'm really good at RPGs.
Very good.
Anyways,
last up,
Okay.
we have a new No Man's Sky update coming in.
Yes.
Which overhauls space combat. We talked about it last
Yeah.
podcast, and the Pirate Underground.
Yes. Last podcast, it was like, what's his name? Sean Murray just tweeted a pirate flag.
Yeah, and Twitter lost their minds.
And then now it's like, yeah, the update's out. It's here. Enjoy your time in pirate time.
Yeah.
So
I pulled out some statements that I found to be interesting.
Okay. Lay them on me.
There are new space stations which are overrun with dangerous criminals. You can get illicit missions from them.
Ooh, scary. That's like you're going to like Mos Eisley.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
There's new solar ships which have like solar sails on them.
Yes, I saw those. Those look kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think they're procedurally generated too.
Yeah. There's new outlaw systems that have no sentinel interceptors, so you can just go and raid and do whatever.
Yeah, that sounds like low sec in EVE Online, where it's just like you go there and it's like, oh, there's no security, so they're all gonna kill you. Sorry.
Yeah. There's now in atmosphere combat.
I didn't even realize there wasn't that.
No,
before.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
But now you can like go down to a planet and fight on the surface in your spaceship.
Well, you could do that before, couldn't you?
Yeah, but I don't think anything fought you down there.
Oh, okay. Because I seem to remember blasting stuff with my guns. But
you
maybe
can still
not.
blast stuff down there with your guns, but I don't think there's no combat. Like nobody engages you on the surface of the planet.
All right.
Your starships can now be fitted with high capacity cargo.
Ooh,
enabling players to haul even more across the galaxy.
Wow, maybe now they've solved the troubles I was having with the game.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think the inventory system. You probably stack more stacks.
Yeah.
Rather than more into your stack. Like instead
maybe.
Of having 199 stack or 999 stack.
Oh, is that how high they would stack?
999 stack.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, whatever.
And you can now form a squadron by recruiting AI pilots. And you can get a fighter squadron going that's full of AI pilots to protect your fleet or whatever.
Rogue One.
Yep. They have their own skills and traits and battle statistics, and you can manage them in your fleet terminal on your capital ship.
NFT pilots? What?
Maybe. You can train them up or upgrade them or just hire new pilots.
Man, I might have to just fire up No Man's Sky, see how it changed.
Yeah. And players can now own up to 9 starships, giving ship owners the opportunity to collect more diverse fleet of ships, classes, colors, and designs.
Wait, how many could you own before?
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. I only owned like 3 ships, maybe.
Yeah.
Not that many.
And now you can switch to their primary ship when you're in your freighter hangar.
Oh, wow.
And now pirates can come down and start blasting up buildings and settlements and stuff from the sky.
So they can attack your base?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god, that would be terrible. As long as they can't destroy it. I guess attacking is not the worst, but I don't know.
That probably won't be on any of the Sentinel protected planets.
Oh yeah, I would think not. The let's say fighting in this game sucks.
Yeah, they've
it's terrible.
So this whole thing has overhauled the space combat, not any of the.
They need to overhaul the ground based combat. Because it sucks.
Yes, it does.
It's terrible.
It does. It's awful.
And it's like, I get the Sentinels are there to like protect the planet, so you're not supposed to do stuff, but like fighting them just sucks.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
You're not supposed to fight them, that's why.
I know, but still, you're gonna fight them. It's a game with a gun.
Yeah, it's a game with the gun, and they're coming for your butt.
Yeah, like let me fight them, and like I don't know. I guess I got to go to a different sector where I can do stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's a crazy game, but I don't know. They need to like speed up the onboarding process. I think it's a little slow to get going in it, really slow.
Yeah, I think if you've already done the first little bit, I think you should blast past it, and you've already been to like the Ark and whatever, and have your ship.
As long as they fixed it properly. I know that, like, I remember way back in the day when they did one of the first updates to actually have like an onboarding process where you have your little tutorial.
Yeah.
It wouldn't spawn on the planet you were on. It would spawn on the first planet you were on. So there'd be people that have been playing the game for like a year, and it would say like, oh, this tutorial is like 50 sectors away, and you have to fly back to it. Or like, there was one guy who he came back and his ship was gone, and the tutorial was on the other side of the planet, and he had to run all the way back. It was like, holy shit, that sounds terrible. So
yes, it does.
But I mean, again, they're just the updates, it's kind of like, well, that sucks for the moment, but I guess it'll be better in the long run. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, interesting update to see for sure. You gonna fire it up and check it out?
Yeah.
Not enough Apex slides in this game.
Oh yeah, there's definitely. Well, it's got a slide, but it's awful.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
I'll stick to Satisfactory for now, and some Cyberpunk upstairs, and Alan Wake.
It's hilarious when you stream this game because everyone that likes to watch this game also cannot handle if you're not like moving at the maximum speed all the time, and they'll be like, you have to do the jump pack dash to move around faster. And it's just like, it's their first time playing the game. They can walk on the ground. It's okay. They don't have to do maximum like melee cancel space jetpack dashes.
Yeah, not at
It's
all.
crazy how many times they would come in and be like, if you just jump and cancel and do a attack, you'll go faster. It's like, holy shit, man. Like, this is the first time they're playing the game.
Yeah, no
Let them
kidding.
play it.
Just let them be.
No, play the game I want. Play the game the way I want you to play it. Yeah.
Shut up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I might fire it up sometime just to see
Yeah.
how it's changed.
I think if I was, further into the game than I am on my regular save, then I might fire it up and poke around. But it's gonna be a day where I just sit down and play.
Yeah, exactly. Well, make sure you press the go live button when you do it.
Yeah.
What do you mean, What do you mean,
That means I'd have to talk to people, and sometimes I don't want to talk to anybody.
Oh my
I just want to
gosh.
sit down and relax and enjoy a video game.
Imagine enjoying a video game.
Right?
Anyways.
Yes, that's going to bring it to the end of this podcast. Make sure.
Sorry. I just forgot I played Dead Space. I didn't even bring it up, but I'm not going to bring it up now.
You brought it up at the start.
Did I?
Yeah.
In my What's Played section?
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
What did I say about it?
Not much.
Yeah, I was going to say. I don't think I did. I think that was the pre-podcast.
No, we talked about it. You said you played Dead Space, but you didn't say anything about it.
No, I said I played The Forest.
I don't know.
We'll listen back, but I don't think I said I played Dead Space. So anyways, I played Dead Space.
Oh,
sorry to interrupt for that. But,
make sure you guys go over to the Patreon and check it out. Just just check it out, see what's over there, see what you maybe you want to throw some money at the screen, maybe you don't. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Doesn't
Follow
matter.
us. I'm KurbStomped. Follow me everywhere.
I'm MikeyT. You can follow me everywhere as well,
Yep.
except for on. Never mind. You can follow me everywhere.
Trovo.
What?
Trovo.
Yeah, I'm not on Trovo.
Or
Trovo?
Cozy Stream or whatever.
Oh yeah,
the fuck.
Cozy Stream.
Yeah, we're not on Cozy.
TV. We're not on.
We're
Cozy.
not on Cozy
TV.
Stream. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. If you guys want to watch us on Cozy.tv, we're not there.
Yeah, it's an illegal restream.
Yeah, it's an illegal restream. They're stealing our content.
Yeah.
And they're
God.
basically just slandering us.
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
Yeah, make sure you guys go and check out the Patreon, and make sure you rate us on
5
whatever
stars only.
podcatcher of your choosing is.
But the big one is share us with a friend.
Yes,
Send them a link.
send them a link.
That's
be like, hey,
the big thing for discoverability for
Yeah.
podcasts.
you guys probably like these guys. Just go ahead, just give them a listen, see what you think.
Yeah, exactly.
They might not speak good English.
I speak them good
you
English.
Speak good English.
Um,
I'm not good at English. It's literally my
writing
first
it, yes. Speaking it, you're fine. But writing it, sometimes no. Your fingers move faster than your mind does, I think, on the
think so,
keyboard.
too.
It's just like, how did you type that out like that? How did you do that?
I don't know.
How did you hit enter so fast?
It's like half a sentence, just like
Yeah.
the vowels. What?
Yeah. Just the vowels.
Just the vowels.
Could you imagine how that would sound?
Oh
my God.
Yep. All right, guys.
Crazy.
We will see you again in 1 week's time.
Bye-bye.
Sinatraa.